The head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
Welcome once again to The Head, The Tail, the whole damn thing with your industry professionals, Mike D. McCarthy and James Knight. Today's episode, 1408 and Hokum. I've never seen either one of these. I don't know if 1408 is a room number or a year or a time. It could be military time, which is exciting. And then Hokum, I think that's a dance. I'm pretty sure it's a dance. Okay, fellas, why don't you go ahead and fill us in?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's time. Thanks, Tyler. I'm Mike. That's my brother, James.
And I got my bags packed because even though in the space-time continuum wormhole that we record in, this will have released a month later, but Monster Palooza starts the day after tomorrow. I'm flying out to California tomorrow morning.
Monster Palooza was great. We had a great time. We met so many fun people.
Do you remember that time we met that guy?
Oh, man. That guy was hilarious.
Fantastic.
Do you remember that girl with the makeup?
Wow. She looked incredible.
Absolutely incredible.
No, but I am so excited. And knowing how long we typically go with our recording, I'm not going to get any sleep tonight.
Now you can sleep on a plane.
We got a nice little Verbo while we were there. The hotel was
What's
booked,
the difference between a Verbo and an Airbnb?
I mean, it's a little like the difference between a Ford and a Chevy.
Okay.
Or a Trojan and a Lifestyles. I mean, different brand, but they still get the job done.
Sheepskin or a thin skin? Sheepskin always kind of grosses me out, the thought of it. I'm like, what am I, a fucking Viking?
Come on, embrace your Scottish heritage.
Listen, if I'm a Viking or a fucking Highlander, I don't give a shit.
No, but we got the Verbo. I was hoping to make some sort of hotel segue, but nope, that's the end of the episode, folks.
Yep, here we go.
No segue to be had.
Thank you. Hopefully the Verbo is not haunted like both of these movies tonight. We got 1408, Stephen King classic story, I guess. Classic, I don't know, short story.
Classic?
Nah.
It's a Stephen King story.
It's just one of those like, hey, let's make another movie off. What else you got?
From the mind of Stephen King.
Yeah.
And from the people who asked, what else you got?
Comes a brand new film.
1408. And the recently released Hokum.
Hokum.
From writer-director Damien McCarthy.
That's right.
Who brought us Oddity a couple of years ago. One of my favorite horror films of that year.
Which is episode 6. We paired it with Leprechaun because they are both Irish. And we were jackasses at the time, and it was our 6th episode. And we were like, what are we going to pair that with? I don't know. Leprechaun's Irish.
Part of that was the Discord's fault.
That's true. That's right. We can blame the Discord.
I think we apologized enough to Damien McCarthy already.
Did we? I don't know. Well, he's not returning my calls.
Mr. McCarthy, if you're listening, again, we're sorry for that pairing. But yes, 2 haunted hotel features. This was an easy double feature to
It was.
Pick,
it was a really easy, like as soon as we looked at him, I was like, oh, it's a no-brainer.
Sure. And I've never seen 1408 until we watched it for this podcast. So I came into that one.
I saw it when it first came out, but I hadn't seen it since then.
So 2007, yeah. We always pair a older movie with the new release, something we think makes a delightful double feature. And with the older one, we're going to spoil the whole damn thing because you've had time to see it. But for the newer release, when we get to Hokum, we will give a spoiler-free review and synopsis before we head into the lobby one last time and come back and ruin the whole damn thing.
Aye. You know, because we haven't gotten into the movies yet, Mom's been texting, right?
Oh, shit. What did we do now?
No, this is good. I got a text from her literally 15 minutes ago, right before coming on.
Sure.
No, hey, how are you? No, nothing.
No,
right?
Mom likes to cut to the chase.
Right to the chase. Here we go. 3 guys get really drunk at a bar.
Oh, God.
They're talking about it the next day, and the first one said, I was so plastered, I went through the door and blew chunks. Second guy says, I don't remember, but I guess I pulled into the driveway and hit my wife's car. It went right into the garage door. The third guy says, that's nothing. I went home to the wrong house to open the door and passed out in Widow Franklin's living room. The first guy says, guys, Chunks is my dog. Guys, you don't understand. Chunks is my dog. He went home and blew Chunks.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
That joke has been mother approved.
Yes, kid tested, mother approved.
Good one, Mom.
Yeah,
She doesn't fucking text me jokes. She just texts me like how I fucked up and what I did wrong.
I'm the firstborn.
Okay. Oh. So, yeah, I had never seen 1408. I mean, I knew what it was about. I knew it was a haunted hotel picture. And I loved Oddity so much that we kind of identified Hokum right from the beginning.
Oh, we were ready for Hokum.
Definitely want to talk about that one. So it was nice it had such a natural pairing with the older film. But, you know, we always try and give a little synopsis or write-up or something to introduce the movie. And like you, I've been running around like crazy trying to get things done.
Yep.
I didn't have a lot of time. I had a very brief window, and unfortunately, you know, I tried to give it my best movie voice intro, but I kept getting interrupted. So I got what I got, and I'm just going to play it for you. But unfortunately, as you'll hear my wife kind of, there was a lot of stuff going on. So
is this from the Stephen King dark web? No.
I didn't have time to get on the Stephen King dark web.
Okay. I don't mean to I'm not yelling.
Yeah, no,
I went home and blew Chunks.
All
right, we're catering to a certain audience there.
They were also at Monsterpalooza and fantastic people. Just enjoyed talking to them as well.
I enjoyed your furry costume as well.
Here's 1408. 1408, directed by Mikhail Hafstrom, a brand new foray into terror from the dark mind of Stephen King. Mike Enslin is a writer, unhappy with the path his career has taken him on.
It's like Misery.
What? Oh, babe, I'm recording. Yeah. But 1408 is a new foray into horror as Mike enters a haunted hotel.
Oh, sounds like The Shining.
Nope, this is different. A move into the macabre as Mike, played by John Cusack.
It doesn't stand by me.
Yeah, okay, but that's not even what this is. Just it's a new dive into dread. He plays a man haunted by the death of his child.
Oh, Pet Cemetery vibe.
God, just stop it, okay? It's enough. Come on. This all-new, never-before-imagined descent into fear, writer Mike Enslin checks into room 1408, determined to unmask its haunted history for a hoax. But the stately walls of this luxe hotel room give our cynic more than he bargained for as he confronts demons from within and without. From the loss of a child, the pain of father-son relations, and terrifying phantoms like a desiccated corpse and a hammer murderer that push him to the edges of...
Flowers.
What? What are you talking about?
Man Who Loved Flowers. It's a Stephen King short story that has a hammer murderer.
Okay.
It's a night shift.
New. From the mind of Stephen King. 1408.
Can you clean the cat pops?
Okay. Yeah. So sorry about that. I didn't have time to really polish anything, but yeah. Essentially, you get the gist of 1408 there. And what do you say, Mike? Are you checking in to this haunted hotel, Or are you just going to move on down the road and look for lodgings elsewhere?
Well, I'll be honest. When I first saw it, I seemed to remember it as being very unmemorable and chaotic and nutty. And I didn't like the chaotic aspects of it.
Okay.
I still don't really like the chaotic aspects of it, but I did like the movie a lot more this time than the first time I saw it.
Okay.
So I would say...
Do you know what it was about the movie that made you change course a little bit?
Maybe I wasn't high the first time? That could be it. I was probably just like, had a shitty day at work, and I was like, stupid, dumb. Just, there's not going to be a tidal wave in a hotel room. That's dumb. It's not going to be snowing in a hotel room. How stupid. I probably felt like that. And now I'm like, oh, wow, it's a tidal wave in the hotel room. That's pretty crazy. Hey, man, check out, it's snowing. That's weird. It's not a great movie, but it's not bad. And it's actually got some decent ratings on,
I know,
Rotten Tomatoes and stuff. People seem to like this movie.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they're wrong.
This being the first time that I saw this movie, I tend to fall in the camp that it sounds like you were in the beginning. This to me seems like, and we joked about it at the beginning, from the producers who were like, what else you got, Steve? Comes 1408. It seems like a bunch of different Stephen King tropes wrapped into one somewhat underwhelming movie. John Cusack does fine, and a lot of this is just him. And you need an actor with charisma to be able to pull the movie along, and I think he does well.
Yeah. I've always liked John Cusack, like going back to Say Anything and Better Off Dead. Those are classic Cusack. My favorite is...
Grosse Point Blank.
Grosse Point Blank, yeah. Grosse Point Blank, fucking awesome. I love that movie. That's the kind of Cusack I like. Cusack's always playing cool, kind of back-talking.
A little above it all.
Yeah.
And he certainly brings that to this character as well, who's sort of a cynical, jaded writer who has found himself the victim of his own success in some ways.
Yeah.
He has found a way to make money as a writer.
So has Stephen King.
And we talked about it in the Misery episode because Paul Sheldon has that same characteristic, right? Where he's like, I never wanted to write romance novels, but, this has put braces on my kids' teeth and put the other one through college, and it's what's working. And Cusack has that same sort of mentality here, where he writes these 10 haunted lighthouses, 10 haunted mansions.
Yeah, but he doesn't believe any of it. It's all bullshit. Similar to the second movie tonight, where the writer also doesn't believe in that kind of stuff.
Hokum, he calls it.
Yeah.
He is being very cool here, except when he's wearing that fucking straw fedora that is too small for his head, which he rocks for a short time in this movie.
Yeah. I read something and I heard something, and I wasn't able to watch it again to be able to pick that stuff out. But in case you happen to look stuff up online, when we get into it, there's a certain part of the movie where it's replaying scenes from earlier, but the clothes are a little different. Everything is a tiny bit different.
Okay. Let's get into it then, because I'd like to talk about that one at length. Just in the ways I find this movie to be so underwhelming. It really lacks dread and tension and surprise for me. And I can't tell if maybe I've just seen too many of these movies and I myself am jaded and cynical about it, like our protagonist, Mike Enslin. But let's discuss it, and maybe you can tell me I'm wrong.
Aren't you glad that I didn't sing The Carpenters?
Oh, my God. Boy. I mean, you might know this about me without knowing this about me, but I can't stand The Carpenters.
No wonder you didn't like this movie.
Song came on, I was like, oh, God, he is in hell, isn't he? He is trapped in an awful place.
Yeah.
But this one starts off a dark and stormy night, and John Cusack's character is on his way to a haunted, in quotation marks, hotel to review it. Gets in there, kind of dripping with the rain, and meets the innkeepers who are all excited that he's there. You must want to know all about our haunted history. And up there in the attic, that's where all the paranormal activity is, and because that's where the servants' quarters were. And they're going on. And he's just kind of like, yeah, all right, whatever. Oh, great, just give me the key. And then before he goes up there, did you catch that they go, our best advice is to lock your door from the inside? That's right.
I mean, isn't that how you would lock your door?
Yeah. If a fucking hotel manager said that to me, I think my eyebrow would go through the ceiling like, hey, I beg your pardon? Huh? Lock it from the inside.
There's not a chance you're going to lock it from the outside, is there?
Yeah, lock it from the inside like you do every time you lock your fucking door when you're in there.
Sounds like a plan.
Fuck right off. I couldn't believe that line made it in the script and that he didn't remark on it because he's cool. I would have thought he would have been like, inside? Motherfucker, what are you talking about? Lock it from the inside. Good luck, they say. Yeah, and this scene only serves to show his kind of disaffected nature with his whole career, right?
Sure.
He immediately raids the minibar, starts getting drunk on airplane bottles of booze.
Yep.
Sitting around listlessly looking through the things in the drawers and looking out the window. And
doesn't he make a little tape recording of what the room decor looks like and you know the style of the room and all that? Yeah.
He takes his notes like a writer with a recorder, something these two movies have in common.
Again,
right?
Yeah, well done.
And then he heads back, and you get to see a little bit more of his life as he goes to a book signing, and only a few people show up, and the clerk at the bookstore kind of forgot that there was even a book signing happening.
Yeah. Kind of embarrassing. That's not a situation you want to be in.
No,
you want to show up to a place and have people expect you and know you, and no, that's weird.
And he maybe gets a little too snippy at the Q&A when people are like, what's the scariest place you've ever been in? And he's like, oh, I've never got that question before. Good question. Yeah, he just breaks it all out. He's like, look, ghosts, poltergeists, spirits, beasties, none of this stuff really exists. I've never seen anything like that. I'd love to, but it just doesn't exist.
That's shooting yourself in the foot for what he does. You're not going to be selling any books now. It's not like the person that sat down to listen to you speak is now going to purchase your book about haunted hotel rooms. Yeah. If you're telling them that none of these are real.
And one of the people there is like a young girl who comes up with a copy of his first book before he got into the haunted place.
It's like his first novel.
The Long Road Home.
Long Road Home, yeah. Which I think is also a Stephen King book, isn't it?
Probably. And he looks at her like, whoa, where'd you dig this out of? And
she's like, Richard Bachman wrote it.
And she says something about that father-son relationship in it was so clear. Was that autobiographical? And he kind of clams up a little bit. He's like, no. But you get the strong whiff of emotional baggage right there, right? Yeah. There's
He's
something going on.
There's whiskey in his hand. He's got fucking tortured parent bullshit going on.
Yes. All of his familial relations are pretty much fucked, as we will learn in this movie.
Hello, Scotch. Down the hatch, Scotchy Scotch. Again, both films.
He eventually makes it back to California. He's a surfer.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
We all are. I don't know if you know that about California.
He's living that California lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know. Free time, he's hitting the waves, man.
I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I fucking roll on down to the beach, man. I got a Yater 6-foot spoon-fed something or other, and I paddle out with the doggy styles, and I get out, and I'm Goofy Foot, so, you know.
Oh, Goofy Foot.
Yeah, cool.
Goofy Foot.
Mm-hmm. I fucking tunnel out, and I fucking tube up to it, and it's a surfing California thing. You probably wouldn't get it.
Yeah, sure. You gleam the cube.
Oh, man.
You are waxing the node and lubing the curl.
I ride the toe fucking...
Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah, I was going to say Hanawanalea, which is a guy from Hawaii. Just like that guy. Yeah.
Sure. I think he was at Monster Palooza too, right? Fantastic dude.
He was. Really cool hair.
He gets into a surfing accident. We're just getting these little snippets of his life, right? Going to the post office, going through his mail at the diner.
Is this the straw hat Cusack?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The fedora, the sunglasses.
Yeah.
You all go through your mail at the diner too, right? You just pick it up on your way to get a breakfast sandwich at,
I do.
the
I
local
sit down,
Andes or whatever it is.
I get a cup of Joe, as we say out here in California.
Sure. He gets a postcard from the Dolphin Hotel in New York City.
That's right.
Don't enter 1408.
That's right. Don't enter 1408.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll never figure out who sent this postcard, why this postcard came to him. That is something that is never addressed in the mysteries of this movie. We should also mention here that 1408, they had a little trouble, I guess, landing this plane or figuring out how it was going to wrap up because they did 4 different endings for this movie.
We watched the director's cut ending.
I think I did watch the director's cut.
Yeah. When I originally saw it was the theatrical version because I saw it in the movie theater. And the theatrical version, no good. I don't like that ending.
It has a happier ending, right?
I don't like a happy ending, not for this movie. F you.
I was just happy it ended.
I was gleaming the cube. I went home and blew chunks.
That's right. Just lube up the curl and wax that node.
Yeah, goofy footing all the way home.
There's one thing I know you love. It's stand between your toes on your goofy foot.
Oh, yeah. You do know
the Mike McCarty special.
Yeah. This is fucking making fists with my toes in the sand. Not a fucking chance.
But when he gets the postcard that says, don't enter 1408, he immediately starts looking into the Dolphin Hotel. He does this research, and he makes a phone call to the front desk. I'd like to make a reservation for room 1408.
It's booked.
Well, I didn't even tell you what date I wanted it for.
It's booked.
How about next week?
It's booked.
2 weeks from now?
Looks like it's booked.
6 months from now?
Booked.
Click. They just hang up on him, right?
Yeah.
So he calls his agent. Hey, Tony Shalhoub in this movie.
Yeah. I like Tony Shalhoub. Tony Shalhoub's a great guy. I worked with him on First Spy Kids.
He's always fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He is a fantastic actor. Underused in this, but
Monk.
this is...
Most people know him as Monk. Mom would know him as Monk if she watched Monk.
And also in Big Night, right?
Yeah.
But Tony Shalhoub, his agent, and the lawyers, they're like, don't worry, we're going to use some anti-discrimination laws in your favor, white guy, so that they can't deny you entrance to this room. But the agent also says, hey, by the way, you sure you want to come to New York City, after the incident?
Dun, dun, dun.
It'll be fine, says John Cusack.
Yeah.
Cut to the Dolphin Hotel exterior. This is the Roosevelt Hotel, which is now kind of out of commission, but it's on 45th near Grand Central Station.
Have you ever been in there?
I have not. Now, the exterior is the Roosevelt. I don't know if the interior is
No, I think the interior was some stages in London.
He wanders in, and management is instantly alerted. And, well, Samuel L. Jackson. He's the hotel manager in
Motherfucker.
This. Say reservation one more time. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say reservation one more time.
I will bring room service up to your ass in a minute.
Yeah, he immediately meets with Mike, and he's like, listen, how about we give you an upgrade? Theater tickets, next tickets, what do you want?
1408.
But no, so perhaps there's something else we can do for you. Foot rub? I'm the foot fucking master.
1408. Just give me the key.
Well, maybe we could talk about this in my office for a little bit. And Samuel L. takes him into his office where he explains that 56 people have died in room 1408.
That's a lot.
It is.
What do you think the record is for people who have died in a hotel room?
That is a great question, and that is not one that is very easy to Google. Hotel rooms are actually very popular with people at their end of their life who are like, oh, I've got terminal cancer, and the end is nigh, so they check into like the Ritz-Carlton or the Four Seasons or something like that.
And they run up a tab and die 3 days later?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it happens quite frequently, I think. Because they're like, I could go to the hospital, or I could go and live in absolute luxury for 3 days.
Drink a tiny bottle of gin and eat some Cherry's Jubilee while watching ESPN or the fucking whatever network.
Wear a bathrobe and eat macadamia nuts while I'm watching the Spice Channel until I die. Hell yeah.
I don't think hotels have the Spice Channel anymore.
Well, they did in this one because John Cusack found it as soon as he gets into the room. We'll get there.
This was 2007. It's different.
56 total deaths in the room. Do not stay in this room. Now, Mike has done his research. He knows all about the people that have jumped from the windows or hung themselves from the ceiling fan or slit their wrists or slit other things. They mentioned a story about a guy who decides to become a eunuch before he dies. Like,
who decides that?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've read an Austrian newspaper. I don't know. Yeah, Mike will not be deterred, though. And so Sam, the hotel manager.
We can call him Sam. That's fine.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's funny because Samuel L. Jackson is like on the poster for this movie. He's got double billing.
Oh, yeah.
John Cusack, Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel
L. Jackson's in this movie for like maybe 10 minutes, maybe.
I was going to say 8.
Yes.
8 minutes.
I got a feeling like he just walked in there with a Starbucks, like, where you need me to stand? All right.
I read the script last night. It didn't make much sense, but okay.
Set down his coffee, delivered his lines, and was like, that's a wrap on Sam Jackson, motherfucker. He leaves.
Sam, we need you Tuesday at the exterior scene. Yeah.
But Sam gives him a book of like all of the people who have died, pictures, case studies. He's essentially saying like, I'll give you all the information you want. You can go into one of the adjoining rooms. It looks just like that one.
Yeah.
You can take pictures. You can write your story. Just do not stay in that room. Even cracks open like
he's begging him at one point.
Bottle of super expensive cognac, and he's cracking it open. He's pulling out all the stops trying to get him to steer away from the course that he's on. But
doesn't he even say at one point, the main reason I don't want you to go in there is because I don't want to have to clean it up?
Yes.
You're going to create a big mess and a big aftermath, and I can't have it.
To no avail. In the end, he hands Mike an old-timey key because magnetic locks and electronics don't seem to work in room 1408.
That's right.
And he takes him on the elevator. It is funny, though, that after all of that, after like a whole scene of like, don't do it, I don't want to clean up the mess, you're going to die. Look at all these other people who died. You don't know what you're doing.
Let me escort you up there.
Is there like a waiver I have to sign? Nope. Here's a key. Let's go.
You're going to be dead in the morning, so it doesn't really matter.
Elevator doors ding open. Mike walks out. Aren't you going to escort me to the room? And Sam Jackson is like, this is as far as I go. You're on your own now. Mm-hmm. And they kind of joke that it's the 14th floor because they don't have a 13th floor.
Yeah, technically it's the 13th floor. And 1408 adds up to 13.
Ooh.
Whoa, well done, Stephen King.
That way you know it's working.
But this one goes to 11.
So John Cusack is looking through this thick file with all these grisly photos that
people
Sam
that
Jackson
jumped to their death and smashed on the ground.
Yeah,
guy that
slashed their own throats.
Yeah, cut his own throat and tried to stitch it back together. He was a sewing machine salesman, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was the other guy who was a zipper salesman, and he had slit his wrist and then put zippers in there, trying to do that. Remember that?
Yeah. So weird.
Yeah. The yo-yo salesman, he hung himself with his
on a yo-yo, and he just kept riding up and down on it slowly.
Oh, God.
That's when they found him. He was just kind of slowly up and down. Yeah. He had like 17 yo-yos wrapped around his neck.
He still was managing to walk the dog, though, the whole time. He was good at what he did.
He was.
The saddest part. There was the lazy boy salesman who just got like caught in the gears of the lazy boy to death. Just reclined himself to a premature grave. Fucking awful. Terrible.
Yeah.
Potato peeler salesman. He had like...
He sharpened all of his fingers. Remember that? Just all the way down to the bone. With the potato peeler.
That guy was fucking crazy.
That was nuts. Yeah.
A bunch of salesmen meeting their untimely end.
The Murphy bed salesman smashed himself into the wall.
John Cusack is looking at all these photos, and we're getting like glimpses of these things, right? And somehow misses the room. This is something that these movies have in common too.
Walks past the room, can't find the room.
Yeah,
that's true.
They need a little help finding the room.
I like the call and return on the second movie when it happens. That's good. We'll get to that later.
And then he opens the door. You get a unnecessary shot from like inside the keyhole of the key coming in. It was like they really had their heart set on this visual effect.
Yeah.
Because they don't really use visual effects like this at other times in this movie.
Yeah.
It just was like they really wanted to put this in the trailer, so they made it happen.
It's true. It is part of the trailer, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like slow motion key entering, click, 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 clack.
Yeah,
Pushing the tumblers up.
Door opens. He stands in silhouette in the lit hallway.
And it just looks like a legit, regular, stupid room.
Yeah. He's very unimpressed when he turns on the light. This is it? He's the cynic. He's jaded. He's like, ugh. He's got his tape recorder, and he's like, Sam Jackson did a good job trying to scare me, but this looks like just like any other fucking hotel room. He's going into the bathroom and checking things out. Sits down on the TV, finds the Spice Channel, checks out the mini bar. He's like, $10 for beer nuts. This is evil. And he's narrating on his tape recorder, right, giving critiques of the various paintings around the room. There's like a ship in a stormy sea and what looks like a old-timey oil painting of a hunt. And also, I notice in this scene, God, it fucking drives me crazy a couple times. Every once in a while, they overdo his eyeliner in this movie so hard.
He's got guy liner for days.
Oh my God.
He probably did it himself.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's one of those things like every once in a while I notice it in a movie if it's done poorly. I hope he didn't put it on himself. Just like
you never
leave it
know.
to the fucking makeup person because it does look so shitty sometimes.
Some actors are a little eccentric and will want to do something themselves, and frequently a makeup artist will be like, "Okay, yeah, let me just tweak that a little," and then they'll try and fix it.
Also, something that annoys me in this fucking movie is this bottle of cognac, right? Mm-hmm. He gets in the room, he's in that room for like 15 minutes, and that bottle of cognac is half empty.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, you drink half a bottle of cognac in the hour that he's been in this hotel, he'd be fucking wasted already.
Does it stay half drunk?
Yes.
Or does it fluctuate?
No, then it stays half drunk for the whole thing.
Okay.
Even though he drinks out of it repeatedly.
Gotcha.
It's just magically half gone, and then it'll stay right there.
Scripty, weren't you watching?
But then, radio scare.
Yes.
The first time the Carpenters flip
We've
on.
only just begun.
Oh, God. Terrible.
Good song.
Yeah, a little clock radio. Because Sam Jackson was like, electronics don't work in the room. But they have like an electronic alarm clock. And presumably it's not gas lights that they have that are illuminating the room or turning on the TV.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's wash that under the rug.
Hey, wait a second. Mike looks around. There's chocolates on the pillow now. They weren't there.
That's right.
And he starts looking around the room. Is there somebody in here with me? Who turned on the radio? Who put those chocolates there? Hey, I'd taken a little tab off this toilet paper, and now it's been folded again into that little hotel...
That little welcome...
triangle tip, yeah.
We changed your toilet paper notice that they do. Yeah.
So comforting to know somebody just had their hand on this sheaf of paper that I'm about to wipe my ass with.
Just rubbed it softly into a folded arrow.
That's right. I only wipe my ass with origami, I'll have you know. So if that's not folded, I can't go.
I just wiped my ass with a swan.
That's right. It's a pterodactyl. It's a sailboat.
What's the thing where you got the four and you go left, right, up,
the cootie
down?
catcher.
Is that what they called it? The cootie catcher?
Or it's called like the
cat's cradle?
Something.
I don't know.
No, cat's cradle is what you do with yarn.
That's right.
Boy, let me tell you, do not try and wipe your ass with yarn. It's not as successful.
I had a handful of yarn. I made a macrame shit stain.
Yeah, yarn is not going to do the trick. But he runs through the hotel room. Oh, no one is there. Pretty good.
Yeah. Isn't he like yelling like, good job, good job?
Yeah, because he's not buying it. And he looks up into the vent that could easily fit a human body in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus, who did the duct work in that place? That's a big no as well. That's almost as big a no as like, lock your door from the inside.
Yeah. It's the same guy that did the duct work for Nakatomi Plaza.
And begins talking to his tape recorder, taking inventory. How many times has he been in hotel rooms like this? How many people have watched this TV? How many people have slept in that bed? And we know that he brings all sorts of paranormal equipment with him because
that he never uses.
Kind of a montage. Yeah. But he uses it here, and he does the biggest no-no ever in a hotel room. He has the black light wand
the black light.
Out.
Yeah, I was
he's
no
moving around.
Fucking way.
No.
Yeah, we saw that in the trailer.
Yeah. Don't look at that comforter. They washed the sheets, but that comforter, who knows the last time that's been fucking handled.
I believe we talked about it before. You got to turn that comforter down.
Oh, yeah. You got to call for the service. They're not going to do it in room 1408.
No.
You got to handle that comforter yourself.
Yeah.
That's the true horror.
That is true horror.
We do get a thing in this movie where as he's moving the black light around and you're seeing some of these blood stains and stuff that it's uncovering, they superimpose the corpse, the body that had been there before. And these moments to me lack any real tension or dread or anything. I don't know if I'm just too jaded and cynical with these movies now, but there's
cynical bastard, you.
There's just something about it where I'm left completely neutral about the whole thing. And it's a real problem with 1408. And we'll contrast it with Hokum, where I think there's some terrific tension and dread built up in that movie.
Yeah, Damien's a master at tension and dread.
Yeah, he really is. But this one, it all kind of falls flat for me.
Not going to argue that, because you're right.
And then we get another radio scare when the Carpenters come on.
Apparently they've only just begun.
Yes. And now the clock starts counting down. 60. Because Sam Jackson had said,
no one has lasted more than an hour in that room.
And it starts counting down. John Cusack starts freaking out a little bit, still trying to keep his healthy dose of skepticism, but then he loses his hearing. He's a little disoriented. He goes over to the window, and as he's standing there, the window pane, the frame comes down on his hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he heads to the bathroom to wash his bloody hand, and scalding water comes out of the faucet.
Yeah.
And he staggers back into the shower curtain. And for a second, I thought we were going to get the
naked
O.J.
gun
Simpson.
With the O.J. Simpson,
naked gun.
Stepping his foot into a bucket of paint and leaning against something.
Yeah. Fall through the shower curtain into the bathtub.
Full of rat traps and mouse traps.
The radio comes on again. It's the Carpenters song, and the phone rings. The front desk tells him, the sandwich he ordered is going to be delayed. And he's like, what sandwich? Ghost sandwich. I didn't order any sandwich. You win. I'm out. I guess the sandwich was the last straw.
Yeah.
I'm not making this part up either. This is actually part of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
I'm out. Call me a cab. Come on. The person on the other end of the line doesn't seem to understand him in his hysteria.
Yeah.
He's fuck it. I'm out. He tries to leave the door, and then the key breaks off.
Key breaks off, yeah.
Oh, shit. So then he takes out a antique letter opener or something he seems to have just in his coat pocket. And he starts jamming it in the keyhole.
He's from California. That is another thing that we all have. Antique letter openers.
Hey, when you're opening your mail in the diner, you need one. You need to have one of those in your pocket at all times.
If you get snagged up with a seal with your board and you got to cut the cord to get your foot loose, you got to have an antique letter opener.
stuck going from the 10 to the 405 and get caught in a traffic jam and get into the knife fight with the other people who have the road rage.
Which happens all the time. I see it on the news almost every week.
Kitla, the knife fight on the 405. The news at the 11. When he's kind of trapped in the room, figuring out what he's going to do, he heads over to the window and he sees on the other side of the street, like across the street, there is one window there that has like a silhouette in it. Nothing else in any of the other windows. Just like one guy.
Curtains open.
There.
Guy making the same movements he's making.
Hey, tries to get the attention, and then that figure starts mimicking him, mirroring him. Exactly. Wait, what the? He's kind of weaving back and forth. Says the character on the other side of the street, the silhouette, and he grabs a lamp on the desk next to the door.
Holds it up to his face.
It to his face. And he sees on the other side of the street as they grab a lamp and bring it up to their face.
Oh, Cusack scare.
What? No.
That's right. He's across the street, Mark Wahlberg.
How can this be? And he's looking at himself, and then, wait, who's that behind the guy across the street?
It looks like Bobcat Goldthwait.
Bobcat Goldthwait, hammer murderer. Yes.
I'm coming at you with Stanley. I don't know what you want from me.
He spins around and just sort of freaks out, shrinks into the corner as Bobcat Hammerweight.
It's not really Bobcat, but it looks like him.
It does. And you don't get a good enough look at the guy. Because it's very quick cuts and everything. That, yes, I also have in my notes. Bobcat Goldthwait, hammer murderer.
I did a horse movie.
Oh, God. Hot to Trot. I remember that one.
I don't know if you know about Shakes the Clown.
Police Academy 2 is my favorite. Police Academy.
I like him in Police Academy.
That's where he blew up.
That's totally
Police
where he
Academy
blew up. Him and
right?
Michael, I almost said Clark Duncan, but it wasn't him. It was Michael, who's the sound effects guy?
Michael Winslow.
Michael Winslow. Yeah.
Now, Bobcat Goldthwait was also in One Crazy Summer.
He was, right? With John Cusack.
John Cusack.
Yeah. There we go.
Just Kevin
6
Bacon
degrees
that.
of Bobcat Goldthwait.
But Bobcat Hammerweight disappears just as quickly as he's in there. And then Mike starts to hear his daughter's voice. Daddy? Daddy, where are you? Starts to go crazy because, as we'll find out, he lost his daughter to cancer. And we will find this out through a number of flashbacks throughout the movie.
Yep.
He's going crazy. He's trying to rationalize what he can, but he's just seeing and hearing things. He's moving around the perimeter of the room and knocking things over like crazy. Knocking over lamps, knocking over furniture. Now, the second time I watched this especially is when I was like, well, he is drunk. Because if he drank all the fucking cognac, he would be hammered. He's not necessarily acting as if he's impaired by alcohol at all.
Yep.
But in the freak out,
he really
he's
isn't,
just
is he?
destroying this room. And then he's like, wait, the manager, he gave me booze. Did he dose me? And he looks at the bottle, and the bottle's half empty. And I'm like, dude, you dosed yourself.
Yeah.
He didn't have to put anything in the cognac. You have fucking crushed that bottle. It's called being drunk.
Yeah.
I just got to ride this out, he says. And then the TV switches on, showing him old home movies of Mike and his wife and his daughter. And he gets misty-eyed. And I swear I thought his mascara was going to run. Because his fucking eyeliner is so thick at this point.
The guy liner's just crusty.
Awful. TV switches off. He sees the ghost of the factory owner that had committed suicide. What do you think of these ghosts? Because we see this one and we see another one, like a
like
woman
the black
in a
and white
plaid
faded ghosts.
Yeah,
I think it's cool. I like it.
I do too. They're very unique looking ghosts. They remind me a little bit of, I don't know if you ever played that video game, The Seventh Guest, way back in like the late 90s.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
They would use like camera footage and then superimpose other footage on it for their ghosts and stuff. And it has that sort of look to it. And I don't know. I think they're very unique looking and very cool looking ghosts because they don't look real. And I mean that in the best way. They look almost like a television character kind of got cut out and pasted into this movie.
Whereas the ghost I saw in my house was so real, we thought there was a chance it might actually be a person. And we searched the house to see if a person was in here.
No thanks.
But I told someone, I was talking about that story today, actually. And I told someone that I feel that ghosts are a recording of something that happened and something had to be right. Like the air needed to be a perfect temperature, the ions needed to be a certain whatever, and the electricity and the atmosphere of that spot needed to be a particular way to record something, like you can record on a magnetic tape or something like that. And it just occasionally plays something that transpired at that time it was recorded. And it's not necessarily something you can interact with, but something that you can see.
Well, the ions are right in 1408.
Oh, man.
Because he's about to see all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
In this hotel room. We've got ghosts jumping out of windows. We've got ghosts appearing in the bathroom, like images of his father. And now we've got like a giant crack in the living room wall that is just sort of like slowly oozing blood.
Yeah. They have his credit card number downstairs. He's going to get charged a mint for this, I think.
That's right. But he can't get out of the room. The wall is bleeding. He's seeing ghosts. And then he starts to rationalize.
That sentence is so stupid.
Can't die in your dreams. Is that true? That's right. You can't die in the dreams because even if you fall, the shock will wake you up. So he decides to try and walk the ledge outside to the next room over.
Holy fuck, this had me triggered like crazy. I was like, are you insane?
Half a bottle of cognac in him.
No fucking way would I ever climb out onto a ledge.
Yeah. But he ends up walking out onto this ledge. And, I mean,
no way.
It just goes nowhere, I think. He walks out there and then realizes, like, oh, the window is not where it's supposed to be. And the camera zooms back, and there's no windows anywhere around.
Yeah.
He kind of freaks out a little bit, and he shimmies back to the window to get back in the room, and then ghost scare.
Yeah.
The woman in the plaid blouse is coming out of the window, and he kind of falls back, and he's just hanging on, feet dangling off, trying not to fall off the ledge as she jumps out of the window.
Yeah, to her death as she just sort of like disappears.
Yeah, dissipates. They don't show her like hit the ground or anything like that. She just fades away. And he gets back into the room, but now that he's in the room, it's like it's the same, but a different room. In fact, he goes to like the other window in the bedroom and finds that it's all bricked up.
Yeah.
And he's listening to his tape recorder where he's now remarking that window was always bricked up, even though he has already like waved his arms out that and seen his doppelganger
and spoken
on the
about
other side.
The window and
Yeah, so now he's going crazy. But again, there's something about these details that don't pay off for me in this movie. Like as much of a cool revelation as that could be, it just falls a little flat.
Sure. I think there's a lot of things in this film that are tricky, that are underwritten, that are hidden, things that you can pay attention to, like the state of how he gets distressed throughout the course of the room. His hair starts to get grayer and grayer as it goes on. You know, it starts with like a tiny little bit of graying at the temple, and it gets a little bit grayer as it extends.
Really? His hair's getting grayer?
A little bit, And if you pay attention to the sound, there's a lot of really weird, creepy things going on in the sound. Apparently, and I read this, in the Carpenter's song, there's some underlying static that is going in Morse code, and it's saying, don't go in. So there's all these little subliminal things that are kind of happening in the background to the character. In fact, we're about to get to the part where he thinks he's escaped the room, right?
Yes.
And in all of that stuff, it's all a little bit different from the beginning of the movie that you saw it, because it's more like a bad memory version of the beginning of the movie. It's what the hotel room remembers that scene to be, even though it's not quite right.
So, yeah, as he gets back into the room here, right, everything ratchets up. And now
it gets
the room
a little
has gone from
fucking
being too
wahoo
hot
serious for me.
to now it's like kind of snowing in the room. He takes a trip up into the air duct where he comes into contact with like a desiccated corpse of one of the people that we had seen in the horror book that Sam Jackson had given him, right? That had killed himself.
That the cops just figured disappeared, I guess.
Yeah, and the corpse sort of chases him through this air duct before he like kicks at it and breaks off its jaw, and sort of like a dusty mess cracks open.
This was giving Scrooge to me. This was Scrooged, dude in the office.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. But it's all going crazy, right? And you've got the paintings now are coming to life. You're seeing that school scene or whatever. Now somebody is holding like a dead young girl in their arms, referencing his daughter. The hunting scene has gotten more violent as things are getting torn apart. The ship that's at sea.
Now a stormy sea.
Now it's a stormy sea, and they focus in on the prow of the ship, and you see Bobcat Hammerweight again. Like for some reason he's on the ship. I don't know why he's on the ship.
I'm a pirate.
He didn't strike me as like a seafaring murderer, but there he is.
Time to the yardarms. I gotta apologize to everybody for the terrible Bobcat, especially if Dana's listening, because he's good friends with him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tell him to listen to this. Send me an email, thewholedamnthing13@gmail.com. Thank you, Dana.
And also during all of this craziness, Mike's cell phone, his like old Nokia 2007 brick phone, isn't getting any signal.
Yeah.
So he opens up his laptop computer and instantly gets his ex-wife on Yahoo Messenger. I guess she was just waiting for a call. I didn't see him get the Wi-Fi password. I can't remember how it worked back in 2007, but I just thought like, this is a convenient use of technology that he's like, I know, I'll use my computer. And he opens it up.
And it's there.
Instantly gets her. And he's trying to tell her, like, look, I'm trapped in this room. Please send some help.
Yeah.
But I think like an evil doppelganger version of himself comes on the screen and it's like, you need to come here. Come here right away. And she's like, okay, I'll come here. And he's like, no, don't come here. What?
Don't listen to him.
Oh.
Doesn't she say at one point she sent the cops? Because it's like the second time he talks to her, she's like, I sent the police.
I sent the cops.
They're in room 1408.
What?
They're in the room. You're not there. Where are you?
What? No.
Yes, Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, it's just getting so fucking wild here. Also, there's a scene where he opens the mini fridge and Sam Jackson's in the mini fridge.
How much does Sam Jackson cost if you use him in the mini fridge anyway?
What's in your wallet?
We got your number at the desk.
Mike starts screaming at him, and all of a sudden he's like, fuck you, macadamia nuts, and take that, Toblerone, and have at you, ginger ale, just like destroying everything in the mini fridge. Because he sees Sam Jackson, and he starts yelling at him, but then we cut behind him, and Sam Jackson's pulling a Zool, essentially. Like, he's in there, and then he's not. Also, during this sequence, at some point, he gets a fax. Okay, electronics don't work in this hotel room, but for some reason, they have a fax machine in there, and it faxes him, like, his daughter's romper. Like, the clothing comes out of the fax machine.
Yeah.
What? That is so fucking dumb.
Let me remind you, this room is haunted. Anything can happen.
Why does it have a fax machine? That is like the dumbest
that can send
detail.
clothing.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, a fucking hotel room has a fax machine in it. Normally, that's something you'd handle at the front desk. Hey, can you send this fax away? Yeah. I guess 1408 had the business package.
It is 2007. This room comes with a fax machine.
we're getting flashbacks of him and talking to his wife about how they should have done more for the daughter. And he's getting all busted up by this as he continues to stay in the room. And the air conditioner now has caused it to snow in there. And also, one of my favorite fucking stupid details is that to stay warm, he builds a fire. So he's got all this little stuff in the middle of the room, and he's built a fire.
And he's laying on
like
the floor
shaking.
in the snow, building a... Yeah, it's a little...
There's a goddamn fireplace in the room. Just build the fire in the fucking fireplace. Also, break up some of that furniture and throw it in there. You'll get a lot fucking
They're
warmer.
already going to charge you for all that shit.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
All of this eventually comes to a head when the crack in the wall begins to burst forward. The floor begins to explode upwards. Debris starts falling from the ceiling, and it begins to rain in the room. There's lightning flashes, and then the wall explodes as water floods into the room, filling
typical
the room.
stuff.
Mike sinks towards the bottom. And then we flash to the surfing accident
Yeah.
that he had earlier in the movie.
It's all been in your head, Mike Eslin.
No, this has all been a dream.
Crazy.
And we start to repeat
What did you
some of
think
the
at this
scenes.
point? Were you like, huh, that's cool?
No.
Or were you like, fuck you?
No, I was constantly waiting for the other shoe to fall.
And you're like, there it is.
Yeah, and then it eventually will happen when he goes to the post office again. And it's like the third act of the movie has now begun.
Yeah.
And we get maybe 10 minutes of, wow, that was all this crazy dream, but now I'm writing again, and I'm writing the things I want, and I've reconciled with my wife. But some of the scenes have started to repeat themselves, and he's getting this weird deja vu, and it eventually culminates in the post office when all of the postal workers are like people he recognizes from working in the hotel.
From the hotel, yeah.
And they start to demo the post office, and through the broken walls, he sees the walls of the hotel room again.
Now
oh
he's
my
back
God,
in
I've never
1408.
laughed, and the camera's spinning around him.
Yeah.
Now, my problem with this is that I never once bought it.
Sure.
Bought all that stuff. And again, maybe I'm too jaded. Maybe I've seen too many of these movies, and maybe I was like, that doesn't work. But why it really doesn't work for me is because it takes you back to a moment way before he ever went into the hotel room. And I hate being prescriptive with these things. The writer is more talented than I am. But I think if you're going to sell a moment like this, you have to start with him getting out of the room.
Yeah.
You have to start with him believing, I got out of the room. That
Yeah.
it wasn't all a dream.
That it wasn't,
It's gotta-
I just got knocked on the head by my
Yeah,
6-foot Yater spoon.
It's
And
something happened, and he is able to make it out of the room. Then it allows you to believe, oh, look at this, and he's changed, and now we're just wrapping things up. But instead, it just took you back to an earlier part of the movie, and yeah, never once did I ever buy that this
Sure.
was actually happening.
I think you're right. I think I felt the same way too. First time I saw it. Second time, of course, I knew. But first time I saw it, I think I probably didn't much believe it either.
Yeah. I mean,
or I wanted to believe it because I would be like, oh, that's clever.
you've got to sell it with him waking up out of it or like getting out of the room in order to...
And Samuel L. Jackson saying, congratulations.
Yeah, exactly. Samuel Jackson is in this movie for fucking 8 minutes.
Yeah.
You would actually get another scene with him like, you broke the curse, motherfucker.
Yeah, that could be. Or he could say something like, see, I told you wouldn't last an hour. It's been 20 minutes, right?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Clever.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these motherfucking ghosts in this motherfucking hotel room. Right?
Yeah.
What's in your wallet? I hope it's a credit card to pay for all the damage you did to
Because you
room
busted up a
1408.
shitload of furniture, motherfucker.
Yeah, so again, it just falls flat for me. And I think
Sure.
so much of this movie hinges on you buying this moment or enjoying this twist, and I do not
Okay.
at all. So,
Boom, we're back in the hotel room. He never left. He's terrified. He's freaking out.
and now the room is a wreck, blackened, ruined.
Yeah.
Cabinet door opens and a fire blazes like it's in a crematorium. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. in there.
Daughter, maybe burning her body.
I was out.
You pulled me back in.
But apparently he has a little bit more control of his surroundings because a door appears. He just turns around and there's a door, not blackened, not ruined, but in good shape. And he just walks over to it and kind of whispers, "Open it." And the camera zooms into his eye for some reason. You hear, "Daddy, I'm cold. I need help." He's been plagued with visions of his daughter throughout this whole movie. "You're not Katie. I love you, Daddy." And they embrace. He's bleeding from his ears and his nose. I mean, this is a touching scene as she dies in his arms, and Cusack gives it his all. I mean, it's very emotional. He breaks down. It truly is a horrifying little bit. I just think at this point in the movie, You've already
checked out.
Unimpressed. Yes. 1408. I checked out a long time ago.
You've always been the caretaker here.
And then all of a sudden, Katie just breaks apart like old charcoal in his arms, or one of those 4th of July snakes. You remember those things?
Oh, yeah.
Like the black dot, you just light it on fire and it would...
Yeah.
She turns into like a hardened mass of that stuff.
Those were so cool. Oh, it's also like the corpses in T2 when the nuke goes off.
Oh, absolutely. Exactly.
When AI decides it's had enough, which is coming soon.
The fucking Carpenters song goes on the radio again.
Just begun.
Oh, God, he has a little bit of a freak out, and now the countdown on the clock is at 0. Finally. He spent so long out of the hotel room, and he's back in here, and it's just an hour.
Yeah.
It's like that, remember that Star Trek The Next Generation episode, Inner Light, where Picard gets hit by that beam on the bridge of the Enterprise, and he passes out, and then he like wakes up on this other planet, and he's some other guy, and he has like a whole life.
Okay, I remember that.
He lives like 50 years on this planet, but it keeps cutting back to the bridge of the Enterprise, and like minutes have gone by.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back to him, and like 15 years of his life have gone by. He's learned to play the flute and all sorts of fucking crazy shit. It's like one of the best episodes of fucking Star Trek ever.
What's the name of it?
The Inner Light.
The Inner Light. Maybe I'll put it on tonight when I fall asleep.
Dude, it's dope. That's great TV.
I guarantee I've fallen asleep to it like 16 times because Grace sometimes just puts Star Trek series on and we sleep to it.
Yeah, that's great TV. And even if, listen, if you're not a Star Trek fan, listener, at least check out that episode. You don't need to know anything else about the series or anything. The Inner Light.
All right.
That's it. This has been a boldly going where no man has gone before minute. Yes. The room becomes normal, though, after the clock hits 0 and the Carpenter's song has played. And he gets a call on the phone. He picks it up, and the clerk at the front desk offers him express checkout.
Yeah.
Where he walks into the bedroom, and there is a noose hanging from the ceiling.
This was kind of, I like this. I thought that was good.
I do too.
Yeah.
That is cool. He's still got a half full bottle of cognac. I mean, at least he knew when to pull up.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
He didn't dump it over his head yet?
No, he's about to do it.
Okay.
He gets back on the phone, and the clerk is like, "So, will you be checking out?" And he says, "No. I've lived the life of a selfish man, but I don't have to die that way. If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me." All right. Resolute. Makes a Molotov cocktail with the cognac. Tosses it in the bedroom. Go to hell! Lights up his lucky cigarette that he's had ever since he set it down in the room when he got there.
Like the opening of Misery.
Exactly.
Finishing the book.
Exactly. There's so much about this movie that is just toss-offs from other Stephen King stories.
Yeah.
Tabitha, get me page 17. Xerox.
Of which story? Which story? It doesn't matter. It's going in this one.
You know what we should do? We should take Stephen King tropes and put them in a hat and pull them out to create a story.
Oh my God. You would get 1408. Well, as the room is ablaze, Lily, his wife, is trying to get to him. He did apparently get through on Yahoo Messenger, and she stopped outside. She sees the hotel room ablaze on the 14th floor, and then she sees a backdraft blow out the windows of room 1408 on the street. He laughs on the floor as flames consume the room. And we're going to cut to Mike's funeral.
Yeah.
Being buried next to his daughter. Lily, his ex-wife, and the agent watch the coffin lower. They head to the car, and hey, Sam Jackson making another appearance. Samuel Jackson sets down his Starbucks just outside of frame and walks on, hits his mark, tries to give her a box of Mike's things.
She's like, nope.
Like, nah, that's okay. Oh, what am I doing in this scene then? Wanders back to his car, and he pulls out the tape recorder, and he plays it, and he hears ghosts. He hears the voice of Mike's daughter, and he hears Mike, and then he's kind of like looking in the rearview mirror, and he sees a little girl and her father kind of holding hands, walking into the background, and then
burn scare. So yeah, alternate endings. Firemen come in and save him, and he's got the recorder, and he hears her voice on it later to show him that she was in the room with him at one point. That was alternate ending where he lives. This is, of course, with the director's cut, is where he dies in the fire. I prefer dying in the fire a lot.
I do too. And honestly, he dies in the fire, but then they cut back to room 1408, after the Sam Jackson scene, and you see his ghost in there now, and his daughter calls to him, and he turns around and fades away, and there is sort of like a they are reunited in death element to it, so it's not totally bleak.
There's another alternate ending where he survives and he gets the tape and he's with his wife because they've reconciled, and he plays the tape and he can hear Katie, but she can't.
Yeah, suggesting that this all still was somewhat in his mind.
Yeah.
And then there's the
like
one
this.
where they both hear it, right?
Yes.
There's like a version where they both hear the tape.
I think so.
Yeah. Unfortunately for me, that just signals they weren't really sure how they were going to finish this up.
Well, I think they started with him dying, and test audiences went, no, we don't like this. And then they added these other stuff. I think that's how it went.
Well, I think the ending that we watched, the director's cut, is the best alternative. But how many room keys do you want to give 1408?
I think I'm snapping off 6.5 in the door.
Oh, 6.5. So
yeah. Not terrible. Not great.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's Stephen King grab bag of explosive, weird hotel stories.
I'm giving this 3.5.
Ooh,
I think this movie is terrible.
Yeah.
I think it is a grab bag of Stephen King also ran storylines that they just mad-libbed, Frankensteined into one. I don't ever buy the dream. Again, maybe I'm jaded, but I was always waiting for the twist or the reveal or the other shoe to fall on that. And yeah, there's just too much going on in this.
So you liked Leprechaun more.
I do, because I find Leprechaun at least is like stupid and entertaining. But this one is right on par.
Would you give this 3.5?
Yeah.
So you're telling me you like this better than Maximum Overdrive?
Oof. I mean, I'll tell you something about Maximum Overdrive is that is a movie I enjoy more in the retelling of it than I do in the actual watching it.
Sure.
So in that regard, Maximum Overdrive is way more fun than this one.
You definitely like it better
Maximum Overdrive. Maximum Overdrive is a terrible movie. It's like, it's just funny to talk about. Yeah. Well, it's terrible.
Yeah. but when I say terribly
about.
Great, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a group watch.
Yes. But the thing is, like, we had so much fun talking about Maximum Overdrive. Yeah. But I remember when I had to watch Maximum Overdrive the second time, I was like, oh, woof. What a chore.
Checking your watch every 4 seconds.
I did not want to do it.
My God. Okay.
And I don't think I have as much fun talking about this one because it's just diluted Stephen King.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do think we had fun tonight.
A lot of his tropes, but it doesn't really add up to a great story. This one. Well, we should check out a 1408.
Yeah, because we have another haunted room to stay in.
Yeah, we got to go all the way across the pond and talk about 2026's Hokum.
We'll be right back.
after these messages.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the diva to get ourselves a treat.
Listen, things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And we're back.
We're back. Oh, was that a little Irish?
That's right, a little Irish for you.
A little Irish.
Okay, then.
We might give a little bit of Irish tonight.
Oy.
Oi.
Or we might not. Or we don't want to offend our friends across the pond.
We know there's a couple of ye.
Didn't you write
Reach out
email
to Damien McCarthy? I did.
Yeah, you're like, my name is just like yours, only without an H. Sure would like to work with you. Something like that, right?
I tugged on his shirt and said, hey, mister. Yeah.
Damien McCarthy's Hokum.
He
Another
said,
haunted
yeah, that's great.
hotel movie. And yeah, like we said, we had this one pegged from the beginning because we both enjoyed Oddity so much.
Yeah,
And we
totally.
just want to see, like, what is this guy going to do next?
He's a good filmmaker. I'm going to say that right out of the gate.
And wrote this one as well. He's written all of his features so far. Obviously now, with this one, he has proved again that he's got the chops to direct a good horror movie. So people are going to start asking him, like, hey, do you think you'd ever want to direct, like, a fucking Conjuring movie or insert your franchise here for him?
Yeah, like a...
And he was pretty lukewarm in the interview I saw about that. He enjoys the writing aspect of it. He likes taking a story from the beginning and following through with it and directing it. He's not too keen, at least he says he's not too keen on taking someone else's stories. And
So he's not going to like write and direct the sequel to Legal Eagles or Pretty Woman 2.
Look, if they offer enough money, I won't call him a hypocrite if he's like, well, at first I thought, no, I'm not going to fucking sell out like that. But then they offered me $30 million and I went, cha-ching.
To take Irish Reese Witherspoon and create Sweet Home Dublin.
Exactly. What's the Irish word for cha-ching?
Have I mentioned that I want Beagle?
No, I certainly wouldn't blame him, but hearing him right now, he's just like very much into being a writer and director of his own works. And they're fiercely original. Oddity.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen Caveat,
Neither have I.
but
I'm not sure what I'm
Oddity,
waiting for either, but Oddity was fucking great.
It was. And
Yeah.
this one follows in a lot of the same traditions, right? Filmed over in Ireland, a lot of it over in West Cork, where Damien McCarthy is from.
West Cork.
That's right. The rocky, craggy part of Ireland.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have like a little synopsis or a little write-up of Hokum that you can give to us?
Indeed, I do. I took it from the aspect of Mr. Cobb.
Of Mr. Cobb, the other fella in there who was sort of trying to spook the children with his stories of banshees and witches, right?
Exactly. The owner of the Bilberry. So, without further ado...
Oh, I can hear you clearing your throat there, Mr. McCarthy. Are you about to lay it on us? Like,
I'm not sure how old I'm going to make him sound.
oh, put a little Darby in your O'Gill.
I am going to try. Aye, sit yourself down a minute. I'm Cobb. Mr. Cobb, if you're polite. I keep the Bilberry Woods Hotel out here in the arse end of West Cork, and I've seen more Egypts walk through my door than you've had hot dinners, mate. So this Yank fella, Owen Bauman was his name. Author, he says he was. If you like that sort of thing. Desperate books with deplorable characters. He swans in like he owns the gaff. Face on him like a slapped arse. Says he's here to scatter the ashes of his mom and da. This was where they honeymooned, he said. In my hotel. The Bilberry's been in my family since the old famine. And we don't take kindly to gum beans poking around, if you know what I mean. This Yank's got the manners of a pig in a chip shop, sassing my son-in-law at the desk, sneering at Fergal for shooting the pesky goats. Dismissing poor Albie when the lad just asks about his writing. I'm sitting here minding my own business, telling a clatter of wee childer about the old hag. And how she'd haul ye through the underworld in chains and take off your most private of parts if you said something.
Youch!
Yeah. And this shite-hawk struts in, tells me to shut my gob, calls it a hokum. Hokum, he says. The cheek of him. Then he starts quizzing on the honeymoon suite upstairs. I keep that locked up tighter than a nun's habit with iron clasps, and for good reason. The Calliarch's in there. Fiona, our barmaid, she's mad to see it. But Bowman, he's too busy acting the maggot with everyone. Doesn't believe in banshees and wishes, or a word I have to say. Now this place has always been fierce strange. Carvings of witches, wee dolls in the lobby that give ye nightmares. Yanks think it's all cardology, all hokum. But I bolted the door for 40 years and I didn't do it for the crack of it. Bowman came here and got a belly full of trouble. Found out the Bilberry doesn't like being laughed at. Doesn't like lads taking the piss out of things they don't understand. Sooner or later, he'll be a believer in something other than his own arse. So tell me, James, will ye book a room and ask about the suite? The old hag, she'll leave a light on for ye. Or will you move on down the road to a Holiday Inn Express?
I'm definitely booking a room at the Bilberry. She'll leave a light on for me, like the Red Roof Inn.
Yeah. Or was that the Super 8?
I think
it's
was
Super 8.
Oh,
We'll leave a light on for you. I'm Tom Bodette.
it most definitely was Tom Bodette. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say Red Roof Inn though.
Let's check the internet.
All right,
All right.
Tom Bodette, Motel 6.
Motel 6. What did I say? Super 8.
Yeah,
We're
and
both wrong.
I said Red Roof Inn.
Tell them what they've lost.
Wow, the Motel 6. You ever stay at a Motel 6?
Oh, yeah.
Boy, they are shitholes.
They are shitholes. They'll leave a light on for you, though.
Anyway, yes, this is a pleasant stay at the Bilberry Inn. In fact, so pleasant that I saw it twice in the movie theater, I say.
Really?
Yes. I
Well
went
done.
back just on this last Tuesday because Regal has half-price movies on Tuesday. Sponsor the show, Regal. And so I went and
Thank
saw
you,
it
Regal.
again, just because I'm a big fan of Damien McCarthy and I really wanted to get a better look at the work that the lad was doing. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie.
Is there a lot of things you caught in the second time that you didn't catch in the first time that you went, oh shit, that makes better sense now?
Yes. Yes, there were, in fact.
Okay.
Because I think there's some third act reveals that shed light on some of the events in the previous parts of that movie, where now, watching it again, I went, yes. Now I'm connecting a few of these dots, and it's
Sure.
making more sense. Now, what I find delightful about it is that the mystery of watching it the first time adds to the tension, adds to the dread, adds to the suspense. Having some of those questions answered on my second watch didn't necessarily lessen the tension or dread or suspense. It's still very
I can
well
agree with that.
crafted.
Yeah, some of those scenes are really, really creepy.
Yeah.
And I don't get scared in movies at all. Jump scares
Sure.
don't get me.
Well,
You
a
know.
jump scare can get you, but it's kind of a
But they-
cheap trick. You
But
know?
they mostly don't. And mostly how I know if a movie is affecting me is I'll get the creepy skin crawl on the back of my neck. Like, ooh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's how I know it's working. And
Yes.
I want to say that in this movie, it did that at least 3 times.
Yes. It's just dripping with that feeling of dread
Yeah.
and tension.
Yeah.
I think that's something Damien McCarthy is hanging his hat on. This is something he's able to do very well.
Absolutely. I will say, I don't think I like this movie as much as Oddity.
I do not either. I don't
Okay.
either. I think this movie is more ambitious in its scope. And
Sure.
if I was going to criticize it, maybe a little too ambitious. There's a lot of meat on this bone. There's a lot of things that are happening in this movie. I think he does a good job at sort of juggling all of it. And while it doesn't feel long to me, I do wonder if like some of the parts or the aspects of this movie are truly necessary for the story. I think it could have been a little tighter. You know, he's writer-director. I felt like I was kind of watching a director's cut of this movie. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
All stuff that was in there, it all made sense, it all worked. But I thought, like, do we really need this part and that part? Is that really necessary to tell the story? I think it helps flesh things out, but it doesn't necessarily propel things forward.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Also, great job by Adam Scott in this. Because like 1408, a lot of this is just like a one-man show for a while. And I think he carries it very well.
Yeah, you're right. There are not very many characters in this movie, just like in 1408.
Yeah.
These movies have so many similarities. I mean, the drunken writer, the haunted hotel, the recording.
Yeah, the tape recording, the skeptic nature of the writer as well.
Of it. Yeah, the I'm kind of an asshole nature of the writer as well.
Yes. I think Adam Scott actually does that better than John Cusack does.
Yeah.
You know? Cusack always has kind of like a
It might be because it's true.
Cool demeanor. Adam Scott does it so well, it's one of those things like maybe he just is that way. But works very well for this character. I mean, whether he is that way or not, he certainly uses that quality to his advantage. And not for nothing, even though he is a Class A prick in this movie, I do always kind of root for him in this.
Sure.
You know, when he gets into the shit, it's not like, oh, fuck this guy. He's getting what he deserves, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing about this movie that, and I agree with you, whereas I think Oddity is a better film, as Damien McCarthy might say. I remember thinking about Oddity that it never surprised me. Like, I could see where that story was going the whole time. But it was a fantastic ride. And there was a lot of tension and everything. But I remember thinking that, like, it was like a roller coaster where I could see the track ahead, you know? And I could see that the dip was coming, or the turn was coming, or the loop was coming. And it was still thrilling, but it never surprised me. I think Hokum had me guessing a lot more than Oddity did about like what is happening. And there were certain reveals in Hokum where I was surprised. I didn't see certain things coming, or I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's probably a couple of moments. I don't necessarily love them, but I think there's a couple things that caught me off guard. Yeah, sure.
Okay, Mike, how many goats on the hood would you give Hokum?
If I remember correctly, I gave Oddity 8.5. And I'm going to give this 7.5 goats on the hood.
I also am going to give it 7.5.
Okay, good. I feel like you might have liked it a little bit more than me regardless.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I think this movie is really good. I think it's really well done. It doesn't quite hit that upper tier of like what you want for me, like where it's that good, but it's definitely worth your time. It's full of tension, full of dread. It's another great offering from Damien McCarthy. You know, if you liked Oddity, you will probably like this one.
If you liked Oddity, it's absolutely worth seeing.
Yeah, and I don't know anyone who didn't like Oddity. Honestly,
it's true. Yeah,
everyone I've talked to has liked that movie. So
I think some people find this movie a little overrated or a little overhyped going into it. I was certainly really looking forward to it.
Yes.
And I remember thinking about the first half of the movie, how much I loved it. And then the second half of the movie, it started ticking points off.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Is it because there was like too much going on? Like there are a lot of different supernatural aspects to it.
I also feel that this asks an awful lot of questions and answers almost none of them.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's get into it.
There's a lot of like, hey, here's some lore we won't explore. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes, I think I'm picking it up now.
Yeah.
Especially towards the end of the movie, there are things where you're like,
Yeah.
what is that? What is exactly happening right here?
Yeah.
But let's head into the lobby then. We can come back. We'll spoil the whole damn thing.
Before, we should tell people, find us on Patreon. Whole damn thing at patreon.com. The highest you're going to pay, $4 a month.
$4 a month. What do they get for that?
The whole damn thing. You get all kinds of Patreon content, things we've cut out of the show. Almost every episode now has Patreon content. There's also extra stories and other things that we put just there for those people. You also get into our private Discord, where there's lots of chatter and fun chit-chat going on with the other Whole Damn family members.
Yep. And if you're a $4 member, we do our live watch-alongs. We're going to do the Summer of 82?
82.
Summer of 82. Live watch-alongs of movies that came out in the summer of 1982. That's a good year for movies.
It's a fucking great year for movies. Yeah.
You can also find us on the socials, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, The Whole Damn Thing, or The Whole Damn Thing 13. Look for that logo. Look for King Fancy, the shark mascot. Then you'll know it's for real. So click like, subscribe, ding that algorithm. You know what to do.
Yeah.
But let's head to that lobby, and then we can come back and spoil the whole damn Hokum.
Okay.
What is it? Hey, why it's Buttercup. Popcorn, add some butter to hot popcorn. Mix it up, wrap it up, Buttercup is born.
It's delicious.
So nutritious.
It's a taste delight. It's so munchy.
Crisp and crunchy.
You'll enjoy each bite. Eat butter-drenched Buttercup. Popcorn at its best.
Served in a king-size cup.
It beats all the rest.
And now, on with the show.
And we are back.
We're back, lads.
Oh, you're
Damien McCarthy.
you're Irish in the beginning. Not that my fucking accent has anything to write home about, but yours, it faded a little bit into pirate there. A little bit. Got a gruff, like a pirate. You're Hokum.
Hokum. All Hokum. Yeah. I can feel it in my throat, too, that I went a little tired of the yard arms.
Yar. This one starts with the sound of digging, and we'll get some shots of sand dunes, a desert landscape, as a conquistador and a young boy.
I'll be honest, I thought I was in the wrong movie.
Me too. What the fuck
was
is
like-
this?
I checked my watch and went, no, this is the right time.
Yeah.
I looked at my phone and went, no, this is the right theater.
Yeah. Honestly, I was like, all right, lay some Irish folklore on me. And then it was like the
Sand dunes.
conquistador and, yes, and his young manservant, cabin boy, are walking across the desert.
Yeah.
He's looking at a treasure map. I'm like, what? What is this?
Yeah.
And then you find out that this is the story that is currently being written by Ohm Bauman. Adam Scott, our main character here, is at the laptop typing away the epilogue to a story about a conquistador looking for treasure. He's getting closer, and then the treasure map, which he's been keeping in a bottle, accidentally gets sealed within the bottle because the cork gets stuck fast within it. Oh, but he's already divested himself of his armor and his sword, and he doesn't have anything to break the bottle open to chase after the treasure map. The only thing anywhere nearby that might be hard enough to break the bottle
Is a child's head.
is a child's head.
Yeah.
You know, pretty typical stuff.
You know, for kids. So he tells the boy, he's like, get in front of me. Don't look. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. And he's raising the bottle and his hand is trembling. And you're like, is he really going to crack this kid in the head?
Yeah.
And then we cut back to Adam Scott.
Adam Scott, Ohm Bauman, writing this glass of whiskey that he's downing as he's typing out this epilogue. And he's in a big, modern-looking, empty house. Nighttime, lots of shadows.
And like a log drops off a stack of wood, right?
Yeah.
Hits the ground,
turns
makes
around,
noise.
and you see like a log off the pile of firewood moving. And then you see, like, on the other side of the room, shadow on the stairway.
Yeah, I really like this scene a lot. The shadow person on the stairs, and he takes the lamp, and he just sort of trains the lamp up.
Desk lamp, exactly.
Yeah, and the camera's pointed at him and the lamp, so the lamp whites out part of the camera lens, which is great cinematography, and it's a good ramping up of the tension of there's something going on. And then we cut back to him, and the light is showing that there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then back to the light whiting out the lens, and he starts to slowly lower it, and jump scare.
A figure behind him, a woman.
Yeah.
Just crouching just over his shoulder.
Yeah.
What the hell is
As soon
that?
as he lowers the lamp, she's there. It's fucking
This movie
good.
has a ton of jump scares in it. A ton of jump scares.
Yeah.
I would say almost overused, except he does such a good job at giving you a nice, tense scene before the payoff that I'm cool with it. I'm okay with it.
He's got a lot of trick payoff and then payoff, too.
Yeah.
He's good at, like, sidetracking you with that scare.
Again, comparing it to 1408, this movie really knows how to build tension and build that sense of dread and pay off. And that's something that I never really feel in 1408. I just don't get that kind of
1408
payoff.
is like Bobcat Goldthwait surfing in on a fucking wave and crashing you in the face with a fucking sledgehammer.
Those Bobcat Goldhammer moments are the scariest moments in 1408.
Sure. Jump scare!
But then Adam Scott will be standing at a table, and he's got a wooden box in front of him that has, I think, a lock on it. Does he have to file the lock off?
He uses like a little saw, a little hand saw.
Yeah,
like
it's a weird little handsaw prop that he has that
he apparently keeps in his pocket, like John Cusack keeps a fucking letter opener. Because this plays out later.
It does. It does. One wonders how he got it past TSA, but I guess he checked it in his bag. But he opens this wooden box and takes a 38 special.
Fucking 38 handgun, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that's weird.
Okay. There's also a lot of other possessions around, photographs, postcards, things like that. He's looking at pictures, obviously, of his parents, postcards from Ireland, photos of his mom, like by this big tree in a forest in Ireland, and
isn't it called
hotel.
The Big Tree?
The Big Redwood, I think.
The Big Redwood
is what they refer to it as. I think is written on the back of the photo. And the Bilberry Inn, where his parents stayed. And he kind of glances over his shoulder, and you see a couple of urns, like wooden cylindrical urns with his parents' names on them. He is going to go to Ireland to spread his parents' ashes.
Yep.
Cut to title screen, Hokum as the car is driving through the craggy cliffs and hills of West Cork.
Totally
Cork,
giving
Ireland.
Shining. Car traveling up towards the hotel.
Yeah.
You know, in Spain, this movie was called La Malediction de la Bruja.
Oh.
Yeah, The Curse of the Witch. Which is a kind of a cooler name, honestly.
Curse of the Witch.
I mean Hokum's
what would they call that? Like, caca? What's the Spanish word for a hokum?
Nonsense.
Nada mucho. He pulls his little Saab hatchback into the Bilberry Hotel. And as he gets out, there's a man doing some touch-up paint on the hood of a car.
Yeah.
And as
very shiny car
walks by, he sees a dead goat. Couldn't have shooed it away. I guess the goats are attracted to the cars. They're like standing on the hood of the cars, messing up the paint and stuff. So this guy, Fergal, he's one of the like groundskeepers and clerks at this hotel,
shot it with a crossbow.
Good old crossbow.
Yeah.
Adam Scott walks into the lobby, and there's an old man in the lobby telling a ghost story, or more specifically, a witch story.
The hag.
El Maledición de la Bruja, to a couple of cable-knitted sweater Irish boys. Like, he couldn't be more Irish, these two little boys.
They really couldn't. They're fucking wearing Angela's Ashes shoes for sure.
Frank and Malachi McCourt are listening attentively. Like,
Is that their names? Frank and Malachi?
Yeah, I did a show once with Malachi McCourt. He's a good old dude.
Yeah? Nice.
Yeah, sweet dude. And you're like, fuck, Angela's Ashes is about you. That's intense, my man.
Sorry, dude.
But yes, the El Maledición de la Bruja. He's telling these stories of a witch that takes children. She captures children and shackles them and takes them to the underworld. And sometimes from the darkness, her clawed hand reaches out and tears off an ear or a bit of their nose, or if they're a boy, something even more valuable to them. Oh, what do you think that could be, laddies?
Yeah, and he guesses which part of you that might be, is what he says, but not like a pirate.
Adam Scott is like, are these your grandchildren? He's like, no, they're not.
He's like, go find your parents, kids.
He may be a dick, but he's not wrong in this case. Like, why don't you stay away from this creepy old man?
Yeah, because at this point, he's just a creepy old man in the lobby of the hotel.
Yeah, go find your parents and don't talk to strangers. There's worse things in this world than strangers. Like, no. Okay, pal.
Yeah.
And Adam Scott, when he goes to check in, rings the bell. Ding!
Yeah.
Which is the same bell from Oddity.
But now, here's the first problem I have with this movie.
Oh, okay. Lay it on me.
It doesn't tie into Oddity at all. It's just the same prop.
Yes. Damien McCarthy is into that. Because the rabbit puppet from Caveat is also in Oddity. It's in the back of the store. And also, I think there is a couple, I think it's in this scene, that is checking into the hotel right before Adam Scott gets there or right afterwards. And they are a couple featured in Caveat. Both of those actors are in the movie Caveat. I mean, I actually heard spoilers for Caveat because Damien McCarthy was talking about it. I was like, I haven't seen that yet, Damien McCarthy. Just fucking spoiled it for me. He's like, it's kind of an Easter egg just for himself, but they're not meant to be like a shared universe. They're not meant to really tie in.
Yeah, see, that bothers me a little bit, though, because the bell was so important to the end of Oddity. To just make it be a normal bell that you can just ring and you're not calling forth a ghost that's going to kill you because you rang it.
Well, maybe this is before it became cursed.
I had that thought too. I thought, what if this movie takes place before Oddity and the ghost of Albie comes when you ring the bell? Because if I remember correctly, it certainly fucking looked like Albie.
Yeah, I'm not completely sure, although we can certainly go to the internet and find out if it's the same actor.
I don't think it is.
Albie, played by Will O'Connell. And I do not see Oddity in his IMDb page, so...
Yeah, sure. There's not necessarily a timestamp in this movie.
No. In fact, as another thing he said was that he tried to keep, like, technology out of their hands, like the phones and stuff, and everything looks kind of Irish countryside, rustic, so it looks a little removed from the period. He did that also very specifically to keep a more timeless feel to this as well.
It's very much like David Robert Mitchell, and It Follows. You know, he had this sort of same idea of, I don't want to lock this into a time period.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have some things that seem like they could be now or in the future or could have been in the past.
Maybe in the past. Yeah.
Old black and white, big boxy TV sets with the shell phone.
Yes.
E-reader, which is so strange. So I think these two directors have a lot of similarities. Also, David Robert Mitchell is really good at building tension and, cinematography and really crafting a scene. I think these guys are two definite heavy hitters that are really into what they do.
And both writer-directors, right?
Yeah.
He wrote It Follows as well as directed.
Yeah. And the sequel.
They Follow.
Which is going to be happening.
Yeah.
In case people don't know.
And We All Follow is going to be the third movie on that, right?
I think you're thinking of Smile 3.
Smilist.
The Smilist.
But yes, Adam Scott rings the bell, and the clerk Mal appears from the door behind the desk. Oh, welcome to the Bilberry. Oh, you don't miss out on the Halloween party. It's going to be happening tomorrow night. And
it's going to be quite a crack.
Yeah, quite a crack. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's what we in Ireland say is going to be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Scott's like, yeah, I'd like a room as far away from the crack as possible, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
He is giving very standoffish, very prickish vibes
He's a
right
dick.
from the beginning.
He's a total fucking dick.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Just give me the room key. Takes his room key, heads up there, passes by the hallway with the elevator that goes to the honeymoon suite. You can see a maintenance man talking about it.
With Mr. Cobb.
With
saying
Mr. Cobb, the owner.
no one's going to get in there. Yeah.
Yep. It's all sealed up. A little bit of a mystery as he walks by towards his room. Kind of gets lost in the hallway a little bit. Jesus Christ. And has to get help finding it from Fiona. Fiona, another one of the hotel clerks and the bartender here, shows him to his room. And he asks her, do you know where the big redwood is? He needs to find that. Right? He is following in his parents' footsteps to spread the ashes. We'll cut over to the forest. Lovely, very green, very wet-looking, dark Irish forest.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Where he takes a moment at the big redwood tree and he very carefully unscrews his mother's urn and very sacredly spreads her ashes around in there. And then he opens up Dad's urn and just sort of like dumps it out. Like,
yeah. Totally tosses it.
obviously different relationships here.
Yeah. He turns around and starts to leave after he's had that little moment and he sees the dead goat. And he's like, oh, okay, this is where they dragged the goat. And that's when we meet Jerry. Jerry Scare.
Meow. Meow. Kind of a rough-looking guy. Looks like he's been out in the woods for some time. Large beard, a weathered appearance. And he's
like,
he's drinking.
Who are they? And there's like, oh, those are my parents. And he's like, oh, okay.
Sorry for your loss.
Look like you could use a drink.
And he's got a bottle of goat's milk.
Yeah.
Like a glass bottle of milk.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to need something a little stronger than milk. And then Jerry reaches into his coat and pulls out Pusheen.
Yeah. Irish moonshine.
Oh, yeah, that's moonshine. And then it turns out Jerry, though, there's a little something extra in his milk.
Yeah, little magic mushrooms that he picked and ground up himself. And also the goats like to nibble on the mushrooms too, which is why they tend to stand on the car hoods because they stare at their own reflection. And he explains, if you stare at your own reflection while you're on a trip, it makes it deeper.
Yes.
And he starts staring at the bottle. Yeah, it is a funny moment.
And you're like, oh, the goats are high as fuck.
Fucking high goats. Then getting crossbowed.
Yeah. I think we actually then will cut to the exterior of the Bilberry Inn, and there's a goat on the hood
standing
of the car,
on a car.
too.
Yeah. Which is
pretty good. But Ohm is talking to the bartender there about the Conquistador trilogy and how it's going to end. And he describes this opening scene we had talked about.
He's kind of excitedly telling her, too. Like, he's really like, yeah, this is how my book's going to end.
It's great. I finally did it. I've worked it out. This is the best ending. And she's like, why would you write something like that?
Yeah.
What do you mean? She's like, oh, it's just so bleak.
Yeah, bleak.
Well, I understand that my writing might be challenging for some people, but some of my books have been turned into movies, so when they make the sappy Hollywood happy ending, they'll do it just for you. Like, fuck off, Dick.
Asshole.
Yeah.
And that's when Albie comes up, and Albie's like, oh, you're the writer.
The bellboy, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I'm a writer, too. Can I bring my manuscript? Nope.
Yeah.
And he's like, so that's a Halloween costume you're wearing? And Albie's like, no, it's my, uniform. And he's like, so then you're not a writer.
Oh,
you're a bellboy?
What an asshole.
And the whole time he's heating up a spoon?
Yeah.
In a candle?
Oh, God.
Yeah. And then he just takes that spoon and boom, sticks it on Albie's hand. And Albie's like, what the fuck? Yeah. Jumps back and he's like, you got to have tougher skin than that if you're going to be a writer.
Yeah.
I'm like, you fucking asshole.
Oh, Albie is nothing but earnest affection, too. Oh, your characters mean so much to me.
Yeah.
I identify with them so much. And he's like, well, that's surprising because my characters are a bunch of desperate assholes.
Yeah, deeply desperate people.
Yeah. This is also in the conversation with Fiona when you first hear about his mother. You know, he's talking about how his mother, he spread the ashes. What happened to her? Oh, she was killed. She was shot in the face.
Yeah.
Murdered.
She's like, oh, I hope that person got what was coming to him. And he goes, he was too young.
They should have hanged him, but he was too young to suffer
I was
any
like,
consequences.
ooh, that's key. Should have hanged him. Nice.
Yeah. And also during this conversation is when they start talking about the honeymoon suite. What's the deal with that room that's locked in the hallway? Oh, that's the honeymoon suite, Fiona says.
Yeah.
The owner says there's a witch in there, and he's locked it up so that no one can enter there.
Oh. Immediately, I would have thrown that off to the side, too. Really? You locked a witch in there and they can't get out? I kind of don't believe that.
But she's into it. And she's talking about how she's always wanted to go in there and check it out. And she even produces like a book of Irish folklore. And she tells like, look, if you're ever chased by a witch, just make sure that you draw
a chalk circle.
A chalk circle around yourself. And he's like, if I ever think I'm being chased by a witch, I'm going to check myself into a fucking psychiatric hospital. Like, I've got worse problems. I think it is during this time where he even says, Hokum. He says the title of the movie.
He does. Yeah.
Should be a bell that goes off every time that happens.
Absolutely.
Like 1408, he is a cynic. He doesn't believe in any of that boogity nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
But the bellman is also there, and he says, no, it's true. And you get a flashback to his experience where he's standing near the elevator, the gate to the elevator, one of those old-timey crisscrossed fences before the elevator doors. He's standing there and something knocks his hat off and he turns around and he peers into the gloom and he lights his Zippo and he sticks his arm through the fence. And I just thought, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
No fucking way.
I'm not going to get my arm ripped off.
Keep that on the other side of the fence. Come on.
Exactly.
What is this, Flash Gordon? You're sticking your hand in the fucking into the hole? No.
Decisions like this, we wouldn't have the movies that we love. So you gotta
What's the box in Dune you fucking stick your hand in? Fuck that.
But yes, he sticks that Zippo out there, and then the witch's face slowly fades.
It takes such a long time, too. It's agonizingly long, which is great.
You see your pale face and the reflection of the
glint
eyeballs. It's really, it is creepy looking. Right?
It is. That's a hair on the back of your neck moment for sure.
When we come out of that flashback, that's when he says, Hokum.
Yeah.
He gives a toast to bleak endings before he heads up to his room. And a few moments later, Fiona notices, he left his tape recorder and the photo of his mom at the bar. So she goes to return his stuff. She knocks on the door. There's no answer.
Yeah.
Opens the door. It's a good shot, too, because you see from the dark interior of the room, the door opens. So the door opens.
Silhouette
and you see
of her.
Silhouette. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, Mr. Bauman. She just flips on the light switch next to the door. And this is when you see in the foreground just his swinging body. He has hang
scare.
Oh, gosh. Awful. Did not see this coming.
I didn't see it coming either.
Oh, he's killing himself. This movie's taking a turn.
And how is he not already dead?
Well, I guess he had just hanged himself when she went up to his room.
Yeah, I guess. So she cuts him down with that weird little hacksaw thing that he obviously got through TSA.
Yes. He must have
cut the lock off to get the gun out of the box.
Yeah, he has survived through it. And cut to the hospital where he wakes up and he's going to head back to the Bilberry, which is now being closed up for the season, to get his stuff. Ding! Rings the bell. Oh, Mal comes back. Mr. Bauman, I just came to get my stuff.
Yeah. Who found me? Oh, Fiona did. He's like, oh, Christ. Where is she? I want to thank her.
Oh, no, she's missing. She hasn't been seen since Halloween. What? What happened to her? Was she taken? Oh, the police have a person of interest, old Jerry out in the woods.
Yeah.
Fiona was talking to him right before she went missing. Police say that Jerry disappeared years ago when his wife died under suspicious circumstances. And so Bauman asks the maintenance guy, Fergal, it's like, hey, did anyone check the honeymoon suite? Because she was talking about that, I guess right before she went missing.
And he's like, it's locked. And he's like, so no one checked it. It's always locked. So no one checked it then.
There's no way she could have gone in there. And he's like, did the police ever talk to you? And Fergal bristles at that. He's like, oh, the guards, the police, they're my first cousins. I talk to them all the time. Like, why are you asking?
He says, best thing you can do now is get into your car and fuck off back to the airport while you still look like your passport picture. I was like, that's a good line.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Adam Scott is our protagonist here, right?
And a dick.
Doesn't mean I don't want to see him get punched in the face. And I'm like, Fergal might be just the guy to do it.
He is legit ready to do it.
Well, as Bauman's driving away, he finds that old van that I guess the police didn't find. Or this is one part of the movie I'm like, Jerry doesn't seem to be hiding too hard because Ohm discovers him on his way out.
Yeah,
old van in the woods.
Pretty easily.
Opens it up. Looks like somebody has been sleeping in there. Finds Fiona's book of old Irish folklore and then closes the door of the van and
Jerry scare.
I don't know what happened to her.
But I know she's dead.
And he, like, wow, why do you know that? And Jerry goes into this whole story about how, sometimes guests leave medicine behind in the hotel and they all get stored in the back room. And sometimes he breaks into the hotel because Jerry likes to party.
Yeah, that's right.
He goes looking for fucking medicine. And
he just wants to party with the goats, man. I get it.
And that's when he hears the bell for the honeymoon suite because there are a number of bells over the front desk because they're rigged up like the old-timey kind of room service.
To like a pull cord that goes up to the room itself.
Everybody's room, right? And the honeymoon suite has one. And he heard it ring. And then looking below, Fiona scare. The ghost of Fiona is pointing up towards the honeymoon suite bell.
Yeah.
Cut back to Jerry, and he's doing the exact position she was in, like pointing up towards the bell.
As he's telling the story. I like that. I like Jerry. Jerry's a great character.
I fucking like Jerry,
and
too.
I love Jerry.
I'm going back. You should come with me. We'll check out that honeymoon suite together. Mm-hmm. And Ohm is like, so you saw her ghost in there, huh? Are you sure you didn't just see it because you were on mushrooms? And Jerry's
like, that is why.
That's why I saw it, because the mushrooms allowed me to see it. The only people who can't see the supernatural are those who have their minds closed off to it. And I'm doing mushrooms that open my mind. I mean, that's some good circular reasoning you got there, Jerry. I can't argue with you.
Sure. I get it.
But they wait for the last cars to leave, and then they break into the place that night. Because Jerry has also, I guess, stolen the key to the honeymoon suite already. He just needs to get in the hotel.
Yeah.
So they get in the front door. It's all locked up. And Jerry's like, hold on a second. I'm going to go behind the desk into the other room, and I'm going to get the crossbow.
Yeah.
Ohm's like, why do we need the crossbow? He stays out in the front, and as Jerry goes into the back room, he doesn't realize Fergal's been waiting for him. So Fergal comes up behind him and gives him the old sleeper hold. Like Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Just 1,
puts
2,
him out.
3. Jerry is out.
Yeah.
Ohm is still in that lobby and kind of hiding in the corner as Fergal comes out. It's like, is anybody else in here? He has zip-tied Jerry up, takes Jerry, throws him in his caravan, and Fergal leaves. So now Ohm is in the hotel, the darkened hotel, all by himself.
I'll be honest, I didn't love this. I really wanted Jerry to go up to the room with him. I wanted this to be fucking Jerry and Ohm checking it out with Jerry tripping balls.
But now
I get it. Now that you've got the
by
dread,
himself.
Now it's scarier. So
and
I
ding,
get
ding,
that.
ding, 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 ding.
No, there's the bell in the honeymoon
Bell
suite.
rings.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I like this because at least Jerry knew where he was going and knew what was around. Like Jerry had the lay of the land.
Sure.
Ohm's now he's in a fucking creepy old hotel.
But he does have the key.
I have to tell you, as somebody who's pretty skeptical and doesn't really believe in ghosts so much, you find yourself in a fucking creepy-ass hotel with no one else around and fucking no lights on. Yeah, you're going to get freaked out.
It is absolutely going to fucking freak you out, for sure.
Yeah. Unlocks the door to the elevator. Creaky doors shut behind. He's got a lantern in his hand. Pretty soon, he's like in the foyer to the honeymoon suite. Here's a problem I have with this movie. How come there ain't no stairs to the honeymoon suite? I don't know what kind of Irish building codes they have, but like there should be more than one way to get up there other than the elevator. There should be some stairs. There should be a stairwell. You should be able to unlock that and just go up there or go down from there. Shouldn't just be an elevator.
Like a fire ladder on the outside or a fire escape you can climb up or climb down, but there doesn't seem to be.
I mean, like, it has been all locked up. When he gets into this room, we will see that the windows have been, like, sheeted over with, like, corrugated metal and stuff. Like, nobody's getting out of there. But he flips on the lights. Again, if they closed up this hotel for the season, they probably would have flipped all the breakers.
Sure.
There wouldn't be power going. But whatever. I'm not going to fucking knock it for that. And we get the first ding of the bell from the creepy clock that has, like, a little figurine on it. Like, I don't know if he's got, like, a golf club or whatever he is. Like,
I kept thinking it was a golf club.
Yeah, but that's Scottish.
That's a Scottish clock.
Irish.
Yeah, it's a legit Scottish clock. It could be.
But he's searching this honeymoon suite. There's a bedroom with a big 4-poster canopy bed. There's a bathroom with a large tub of fetid water in it.
Ugh.
Like, at least in 1408, they made a whole scene about, like, no, we're very good about turning the room down. Samuel L. Jackson had a monologue about how he stands on the outside of the room and the maids go in there.
Doors always open.
Yes.
They work in shifts.
Yes.
No one's there
no
longer
one's been
than 10 minutes.
For a while, it would appear.
No.
So he sits down on the bed. He doesn't see Fiona anywhere. He starts sipping out of his flask that he's got in his coat pocket.
Yeah. This is key.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And upon the second watch, I was like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
Now we're starting.
And I thought,
it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, but also something I don't love.
Because it explains away the supernatural elements?
Yes.
But not all of them.
No.
Yeah.
So confusing.
And so that is kind of
Mixed
one of the
message.
things where I said, like, this movie sometimes has a little bit too much meat on the bone.
Mm-hmm.
This is a murder mystery. It is a ghost story. It is a witch story. It is a story about a son reconciling with childhood trauma.
Yeah.
It is bookended by a story about conquistadors.
Yeah. It's almost like we pulled Stephen King tropes out of a hat and we came up with the idea and we strung it all together.
But see,
conquistadors,
these
drunken
are,
writer, witch, haunted
this is an
hotel
original
room.
Story. I mean, yeah,
they don't
drunken writer.
explore the lore of the witch at all.
Because it is only a fraction of this story.
Yeah.
And you might want more of just the witch, but we've got murder mystery and ghost story reconciliation, essentially.
That's why this movie doesn't end up being a 9, because it's like a splatter test, like a blood splat on the wall, and each one is a different plot design going off in a different direction. Oh, here's the murder mystery. Here's the guy that did it. Here's the witch lore. Here's the fact that it could be fake. Here's what makes it real. Yeah. And it's just like, huh?
Yeah. No, I agree. I just keep saying that. There's too much meat on this bone. I actually think it's a pretty delicious meal, but in the end, it's just like...
It's rich.
Like, you could potentially take the witch stuff completely out of this movie, and you would have a pretty fucking solid movie, you know?
This movie gives me the Irish meat sweats. There's just too much going on. It's like, oh, God. A fucking shepherd's pie is so rich.
Jesus. Too many bangers, not enough mash.
Yeah. Oh, man. Bangers out of the gate. The hot mustard with the bangers. It's a little too much in your fucking nose.
Hell yeah.
I might take you for some bangers while you're here.
Don't tell the wife.
We had bangers. You did what?
Where you guys heading? We're going to Bangers. Full nude. Open bar. Clock chimes and he falls asleep on the bed.
Nope.
I don't think I'd be doing that shit.
No fucking way.
But yeah, he falls asleep on the bed and he has a dream. There's a young kid watching TV, sitting in the middle of the room. He's got a gun in his hand, and bang! The gun goes off, and then you hear a wailing.
Yeah, and then shuffling feet. Here comes Mom.
bends down into the frame, bleeding, and hugs him. And he's watching some fucking creepy-ass children's TV show.
Jack the Donkey.
Oh, my God.
Everyone says it's a rabbit with the big bug eyes. No, it's a donkey.
Well, it does look like a rabbit.
It looks like a rabbit, for sure.
But you see when he pulls all the postcards and stuff out of the box.
Yeah, there's like a little kid's child's book. It's like Jack the Donkey, right?
Yeah. And yes, then you get like a Jack the Donkey scare. As you see that
ping pong ball eyes
peering through the canopy bed.
Yeah.
And a hand reaches out and wakes him up. Oh, it's the hotel clerk, Mel. He's like,
what are you doing up here?
Oh, look, I was trying to find Fiona.
I was Jerry, and Jerry got busted by Fergal. And
Listen, you can't be in here. You can't be in here, so we'll be going. And as they start to leave, like, little door on the far side of the room opens. It's like a little kind of cubbyhole door. And Ohm walks over to it, and it's a dumbwaiter. Mal's like, all right, Mr. Bauman, we got to leave.
We got to go. Yeah, super insistent.
Starts to reach for the button to call the dumbwaiter up, and Mal like grabs his wrist like, no, listen, if you don't leave right now, I'm going to tell people that you're trespassing. I'll call the guards on you. But then Ohm gives a little feint and then pushes the button to call the dumbwaiter up, and Mal kind of flips out. That's it, I'm calling the authorities. He's like runs out of there.
Now.
Runs into the elevator.
Locks the door.
And you see, as the dumbwaiter comes up, Fiona's dead body comes with it. And she is dressed as the rabbit that she was dressed at for Halloween.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Well, looks like we found her.
We're going to cut to the holiday party where we see what happened. Fiona was, in fact, drugged by Mal, the desk clerk. He had slipped a Mickey in her tea. And when she was in a stupor, he wheeled her into the honeymoon suite and stuffed her in the dumbwaiter.
Now, do we find out now why, or do we find out later why?
Yes, we find out now because he, in the present, sees his tape recorder in her pocket. She still had his tape recorder, and so he pulls it out, and he hears her last message where she says, I'm pregnant. It's our manager's baby, but he wasn't happy with me because I'm going to keep it, and he's so terrified of his wife and his father, Mr. Cobb, the owner of this place, essentially. Like, oh, shit, Mal fucking killed Fiona.
Yeah.
To keep his secret. Dark. Awesome. I'm into it.
But he went into the haunted room to hide her in the dumbwaiter.
No one's allowed in there, I guess.
No one's going to go. Yeah. Again, why wouldn't the police demand to search that room? Regardless of it's always locked.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
like if the police came over to my house and they're like, this door's locked. I'm like, yeah, it's always locked. Well, we need to get in there. Nah, you don't. It's always locked.
Okay, then. Anything else in the house?
All right, then. Thank you, sir. Is there access from the outside? Nope, it's always locked. Okay, then.
Well, the police, they didn't do that. They also didn't find Jerry's van that was parked like 5 minutes up the road. You know, the Irish guards are not looking so efficient in this movie.
You know where they're looking? Bottom of a bottle, lad.
Not the first horror movie we have reviewed where, like, what the fuck were the police doing during all of this? Like, why did you have to do all this research? Why are you the first person to find these things out? Like when we were talking about The Ring, it was like, you didn't notice that all these other kids died on the exact same day
at the same time? Yeah, exactly.
Well, Jerry wakes up now in the back of Fergal's van and manages to open the door, and I guess he'll do like a stuntman roll out of there. We don't see him take the leap.
Yeah,
but
he doesn't do a good job at it.
To escape.
Not a great job. He gets a little tore up.
Well, yeah, but you gotta admire his gumption. He's just like, you'll never take me alive, coppers.
So that's when Ohm, he's in the room, he's trying to find a way to escape, and he finds that little door. And he gets in and he starts like using a butter knife to unscrew.
It's like a room service door or something. I'm trying to think, like, what do you do with that? I think you put like a cart in there and then room service can take it from the other side without having to knock on your door or interrupt you or
but
anything.
It's locked, but he can unscrew it, and he gets like the one screw out and the second screw out, and then he finds the third one's like some fucking Irish IKEA bullshit.
Yeah, it's like a hex screw.
Yeah, for like butter knife to fucking, you need a Torx wrench to get the Okia out.
Okia, that's Irish IKEA.
It's Irish IKEA, yeah. Okia, we used 4 different screws on this one.
Oh, but as he's frustrated with that, he leaves and he gets back out into the room, and now all of a sudden the body is gone.
Yeah.
Fiona's body.
This was good.
Dumbwaiter.
This was a good creepy moment.
This whole sequence right here for about the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes of this movie, I think is just fucking terrific. And it has my favorite scare in the whole movie, which is a lot more subtle. I mean, it is a jump scare, but in ways it's more subtle. All right, the body's not there. He starts looking around, and from the intercom in the room, he starts hearing this wailing noise.
Yeah. There's a lot of wailing and moaning and stuff going on in the background.
It's the same wailing that he had heard in the dream when the shot went off and the woman was shot.
Yeah.
And he starts looking around the rooms, and the setup, the floor plan of the honeymoon suite is
weird.
Kind of circular, right?
Yeah.
Like you can get into the bathroom, and you can go from the bathroom into the bedroom, and the bedroom into the living room, and the living room into the bathroom. It all sort of circles around.
You just got to walk past the toilet tub. Ugh.
And so, like, you can see him going to the bathroom, and then he's going into the bedroom, and he comes out of the bedroom around the corner and back into the living room, and you track him take this path, and as he steps past the corner and back into the living room, that woman is right behind him.
Yeah. Step for step, matching.
It's fucking great.
Yeah. This is the moment where I realized that's his mother.
Yes.
His mother's ghost with a bullet hole in her face.
Yeah, because when he told Fiona that somebody had shot his mom in the face and was too young to be punished,
and they should have been hung.
And then he hanged himself. Yes.
Yeah. Damien, way to go! Bringing it all around.
Yeah. The tension is so thick in this scene. I think there's a knocking on the door then. He runs, but he doesn't see anything through the peephole. The TV turns on across the room. There's static on it. He approaches it, checking it out. He turns it off, and as he turns it off, you can see in the reflection of the TV behind him the bunny silhouette, like standing up, Fiona's, and he turns and looks and nothing's there, and he turns back at the TV and sees the silhouette again, and he turns back and nothing's there.
Yeah.
And he looks at the TV and then meow, jackass scare as that fucking terrifying children's TV character pops on the TV.
Is this when we get the long sequence where he's like reading the letter from a child, the jackass?
Yes.
My name is Old Bowman.
All the kids are laughing.
Yeah. I shot my mother.
Accidentally. And now Dad hates me.
Yeah.
Well, your father warned you many times not to touch his guns, but you still did it. You fucked up.
What the hell?
Are you scared? Will you fucking shoot me? Fucking screaming at him. Oh my God. It's awful.
Creepy moment.
And you look at that jackass and you think, oh God, why would a children's program ever have something like that in it? But then just look at some fucking old children's programs, man. There's some terrifying shit in there.
Yeah.
I have frequently talked about my dislike for a puppet on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but there are plenty of examples of clowns and all sorts of crazy fucking shit on children's programs where you see it now and you're like, ugh, ghastly.
This little look was designed by Nia Malone, who was makeup designer on the show.
Oh, okay.
I did try and do a little deep dive and a little digging for like makeup effects crew and all that kind of stuff. And to be honest, there wasn't a lot of stuff out there. And I'm hoping that some of that stuff is going to start to surface soon, because this movie, as popular as it was to the lead up, it seems to have died off really quickly. Like 1408 made $127 million.
Yeah.
based on like a $30 million budget.
It was different time.
And this made $22 million on, I think, a $9 million budget. But $22 million, this movie should be 40, 50, 60.
Yeah. It deserves more than that, certainly.
Yeah, technically, it's kind of a hit, but it should have made more money because it definitely deserves more.
Well, you know, if it doesn't make a ton of money, maybe that means Damien McCarthy is safe to make another one of his own movies after this and won't get tempted away with like Saw 14 or something where he's like, okay. But now, in his desperation to get out, Ohm checks out the fire escape plan on the wall, and he sees that underneath, where the dumbwaiter goes down into the basement, that there is an exit listed. So he decides he's going to go down in the dumbwaiter. But then, listening to the tape recorder, Fiona says like,
it won't come back up.
Yeah, you get stuck down there. So he has to like MacGyver his way. And this is actually kind of ingenious.
Sure. With the little golf club clock thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And he syncs his watch up for like, I don't know, an hour. So that he can get lowered down. And then in an hour, his watch will alarm him so he can go back to the dumbwaiter and get raised up again if he needs to be. So he takes the long trip down in the dumbwaiter and goes into like a creepy ass Irish catacomb fucking basement.
Yeah.
Cage lights, work lights that go down the side of the hallway, a couple of hallways off to the side.
There's a lot of space down here for activities.
There is. It's kind of a waste of space, honestly.
It is, yeah. To have it sealed off or whatever, it's kind of strange. But I guess it probably does lead to the underworld.
And when he does bring the dumbwaiter back up, this is when we see Fiona's body is in the dumbwaiter, right?
Yes.
Apparently, he got confused. I got confused. Like, oh, where did her body go? I guess it just went down to the basement.
Yeah.
Because he has to move her body out of the dumbwaiter before he takes the trip down.
Which,
like,
gross.
Yeah.
She's
totally
been dead for
gross.
weeks.
Yeah, she's actually in pretty good shape, though, for being dead for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And he starts to explore this creepy-ass basement. And this is when he sees, like, the horror mobile, you know, like, hanging from the ceiling, like, all these little trinkets on chains. Like, oh, what the fuck is all that? And then the recorder comes on again, just comes on. And this is where this movie is like, oh, is this a ghost? It says, I think there's someone down here. And Fiona is crying, and so he's lifting the lantern, heads around a corner, and he sees all these strange markings on the wall. A portal has kind of been drawn in chalk, and there's a piece of chalk there, and just kind of getting freaked out a little bit, picks up the chalk. And we know that's going to be a problem.
You need to draw a circle around yourself, apparently.
Yeah, this is the part in the video game where you're like, oh, I found the chalk. I will take the chalk. This will be handy later
This is
on.
very video gamey too because of the save spot of the recorder and the recorder also playing the other characters' storylines for you as you come across the tapes in the video game.
Yeah,
right.
You're right. It is. I didn't think about that recorder acting that way, but you're right.
Which I didn't love, but it's okay.
Well, how much is he under the influence right now?
Sure.
How much of this is actually happening? How much of this is he hallucinating? And how much of this is supposed to be real? But what is real is that the alarm goes off on his watch, and he's like, shit, I got to run back to the dumbwaiter. And the time is up, and that dread has been building.
Oh,
Is there somebody else down here?
Yeah.
Here's the chalk. What made this mobile? And he's getting more and more and more freaked out.
I think there's a lot of little wailing distance noises and stuff like that. And it is a really dread building scene.
He gets in the elevator, and the time is up, but it doesn't go up. And you see the little cherub on the clock with the golf club who's supposed to hit the button. It's kind of like...
Kind of
It's
stuck.
just stuck.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. You hear that wailing, the laughing, a wheezy cackle, and then a figure
slowly building out of the darkness is the witch.
Oh my God! Slowly coming towards him.
Yeah.
Oh shit! And then finally, the cherub hits the little button up top. The dumbwaiter starts to raise up. As the witch is getting closer and closer. And he fucking gets to the top. And he's breathing like, oh God, oh God. And then the dumbwaiter starts to go back down. He's like, fucking scrambles out of it. And then as the dumbwaiter gets down to the bottom, he's looking over the edge, down the shaft, looking towards there. And you see the witch kind of like spider climbing up the shaft towards him.
Yeah.
That's no good.
It's pretty cool.
Fuck. Backs off, slams that little cubby door closed where the dumbwaiter was coming, backs into the room, and you see the witch's bony-ass fingers, like, coming out.
Yeah, coming around the side there.
Oh, fuck.
Little like the ring.
Yeah, he, like, backs into the bathroom and then locks the door into the bedroom. He gets to the four-poster bed, and he starts drawing a chalk circle on
he falls into the fucking tub.
Into the fetid tub first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man, you are covered in fucking mold and slime. Oh, God, it's so disgusting. That triggered the shit out of me. I was just like, that's like when you find a coffee cup that's been in the garage for 3 weeks that you left like a half inch of coffee in, and you're like, oh, shit. And it's got like a science experiment growing on the top of it. That's what this tub is.
Yeah. It's going to take more than CLR to get the stains out of that.
Oh, man.
But he uses the chalk to draw a circle around the four-poster bed as the witch circles around it slowly and slowly and slowly, her chains rattling. Because remember, she shackles you and drags you into the underworld.
Yeah. Not sure why.
All the more crazy that we will cut to him later and he has fallen asleep. I was like, you fell asleep?
Yeah.
My dude.
Yeah.
How did you fall asleep? The sun comes up in the forest, and the clerk, Mal, has driven back to the hotel now. I guess he's going to check out what has happened since he locked Ohm in the honeymoon suite.
It hasn't been that long. Wouldn't you wait weeks before you go back?
Yeah, especially if it's closed for the season. But, you know, nobody else is going there either, so maybe he's come back.
All you're doing is you're going to get into a fight with him.
Finish the job or find out. Maybe, I mean... He put Fiona down there. Perhaps he believes that the witch is there and is taking care of these things. I'm not entirely sure, but what I am sure of is that when he gets there, we get some spooky omen-type music, and there's blood prints on the door, and there's blood on the front desk, bloody handprint and a smear. What is happening? And he hears banging down the hallway, and when he looks down the hall where the honeymoon suite is, there's Jerry.
Jerry,
who has rolled out of the back of Fergal's van, is there, and he's trying to get into the suite.
He is all tore up.
I was with the Yank when Fergal took me, and he's in the honeymoon suite. I just know it. And the Mal's like, no, Jerry, look, I found him here last night. He was sleeping in the bed, so I took him out and I sent him in a car to the airport. So he's fine. He's gone now. He was pissed drunk, but you don't have to worry about him anymore. And he will convince Jerry slowly that he's got to go. Like, don't worry about it, Jerry. The Yank is fine. Look, he left his car here. Get in the car. I won't call the guards on you. Just get in there and go. Yeah. You'll be fine. Jerry, okay. And meanwhile, Bauman up in the room is peering through like a hole in the corrugated metal out the window. He can see that people are there, and he starts to ring the bell.
Yeah, but Jerry's already gone outside.
Yeah, damn it. Jerry's already in the car, so he's ringing the bell. Jerry's gone outside, and then Jerry comes back. This scene goes on, but the tension is great.
Because Jerry can barely move because he's all fucking tore up.
And then Jerry comes back into the hotel because he's like, I forgot the keys.
Yeah.
But Ohm has...
I laughed out loud when he comes in because you think Jerry's like changed his mind. Like, no, the Yank's in there. We got to get him. And then he's like, I forgot the keys.
But Ohm has pulled the bell cord out of the wall.
Yeah.
So it can't ring anymore. So he can't do it. So then he's trying to like bust through the wall.
To reach the end of the ripped cord, yeah.
But Jerry has left again by the time he pulls it. Jerry is back in the car.
Yeah.
And the clerk is seeing the bell ring. And then finally, Jerry comes back in like a third fucking time. And he's like, Fiona always told me, if something doesn't feel right, you can't ignore it. And something doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And then he fucking hears the bell again. And I love this because as fucking wounded as Jerry, this old man is, I kind of expected Mal to just pounce on him right then. He hears the bell. And Jerry fucking grabs like the hatchet that he had been trying to knock the lock off with. And he makes Mal give him the keys. And he limps off towards there. And Mal turns into a real whinging pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Please, she wasn't a good person, Jerry. You don't know.
Yeah.
You can't go in there. And then Jerry unlocks the door. He manages to reconnect through the little cubby room service hole with Ohm. He's like, oh, Ohm, you're in there. Ohm's looking at him. They're crouching down. Jerry, I found Fiona. She's dead. I'm sorry. We got to get out of here. And then from behind,
crossbowed.
Poor Jerry.
Poor
Jerry.
Because Jerry's great. Now Jerry's crossbowed in the head.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that one, Jerry.
No.
Oh, crossbowed. And there's some more shouting. And I don't know if Mal has already set the trap, the fire. He's going to burn this fucking place to the ground.
Put like a blanket over a heater. And I'm thinking, I don't like that.
But there's like a little bit of a mix-up because after he shoots Jerry with the crossbow, Mal, he's like, fuck it, I'm out. So he goes back in the elevator and he goes up. But he can't get out because the gate is locked. Yes. So he's got to go back down to get the keys from Jerry. But in the meantime, Ohm has gotten to Jerry's body and taken the keys. And when the elevator comes back down, Ohm retreats into the honeymoon suite. So Mal has to come into the honeymoon suite with the crossbow to try and get Ohm and the keys. But Ohm has taken the dumbwaiter back down. So when Mal gets in there, he sees, he's taking the dumbwaiter down.
Meanwhile, the hotel is on fire.
Yeah, because Mal has put a blanket over the heater and the desk underneath is starting to burn, right?
And I'm like, I don't know. This is a little too much with the hotel on fire. And how long is it taking you to get up there and get down there? And now you're going to go down into the basement and then you got to come back up through the top of the hotel and then go down. There's no way you're going to get out.
Yeah. Also, one of the problems I have with this is you underestimate what lengths people will go to escape. Like, you know, Ohm's like, I'm trapped in this hotel room. But I was like, there's a lot of heavy shit in that hotel room.
Start beating that window.
You give me a few hours, I will knock that fucking door down or I will pry off that corrugated metal and get that window out. Like, I'm not going to be trapped in there for fucking 24 hours. I will have pried my way out.
How did she die?
Great question.
Yeah.
Was she poisoned with the tea? She was drugged, but then...
No, she wasn't poisoned because then she makes all those recordings.
She makes all those recordings. So did the witch kill her? No. The witch would have taken her to the underworld, right?
Yeah.
There wouldn't be any evidence of her body.
Is it just starvation? She just sat in the dumbwaiter and died in the bottom because she couldn't get back up.
Exposure to the elements, perhaps.
I guess.
I'm so hungry. I'm going to eat my costume.
Yeah.
Like there are a bunch of other things on the tape that they had to cut out for time. Fiona's dead, and she appears to have eaten both of her feet before she finally passed away.
I found an old scalpel. I've tied off my foot at the ankle.
God.
From a Stephen King story. That's the surgeon trapped on the desert island. Slowly eats himself to death.
But Mal will chase Ohm down
into the basement. Yep.
And Bauman has made it about halfway down there and tried to draw a chalk circle around it before.
Meow. Meow. Witch scare. Yeah.
I do like the design of this witch. She is fucking creepy looking.
And they also never really give you a good view of her, too, which is good.
Damien McCarthy talking about like the earth tones and everything they designed with this witch. they were designing with mushrooms in mind. Like
Nice.
They wanted to use a earth-based color palette and certain aspects of the design to be reminiscent of psilocybin mushrooms.
Which, as we will find out shortly, might be the reason this is happening.
Yeah. So Ohm doesn't manage to create the chalk circle in time, but the witch is going to get more than just him. So he gets his wrists shackled, but as Mal is looking through the distance with the crossbow, trying to find the keys, he reaches up because the keys have been attached to that horror mobile thing.
Yeah,
And
so he's trying to get
the
them
keys
off.
down when witch scare
witch
again.
scare.
And he gets his wrists shackled, and she begins to drag him towards kitchen doors.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, is this a kitchen
Yeah.
in
It's
the basement?
probably my biggest design problem with this movie.
Is she going to make him like, is there bangers in there? Is that what's going on?
It is a weird look for this.
It
At the
is.
end of this movie. And she's dragging him towards it. And you see those doors open, and there's a bunch of like, they're all in shadow, but I don't know.
Otherworldly
demons or
hands and people
tormented
reaching forward like,
souls.
oh, help, help. Meanwhile, Ohm in his circle is being visited by Ghost Mom, who's basically telling him it's okay.
Yeah. He says, I'm so sorry. And she says, I
Yeah.
know it was an accident. And he's crying. And he has that moment of reconciliation. Sees
Yeah.
Mal go through the doors to the underworld, essentially. And then uses that, again, that file thing that he's got
Yeah.
to cut through the chain and escape.
Yeah.
Takes the dumbwaiter, rides it back up, makes his way out of the honeymoon suite to the main floor, which is now completely ablaze.
Yeah.
Makes it about 3 feet before he collapses, but Fergal is there,
Yeah.
sees his collapsed form, and
Fergal ran into the
rescues
burning
him.
building.
Well, you know, you got to
Yeah.
figure Fergal is also probably a volunteer fireman for
Yeah.
for this place
For
because all
Clark.
his cousins are the guards. So
Yeah.
it made sense to me that he might actually be a fireman, but he's just
I
in there in, like,
volunteer for the fire guard in West Kark.
his sweater and his trousers. He's not wearing any sort of gear.
Yeah.
Pulls Ohm out, and then we will get Bauman back in the hospital,
Yeah.
waking up being visited by Albie the bellboy,
Yeah. Who brings him a bottle of cognac, maybe?
which he refuses.
He's done.
He has had a bit of a character arc, and he's not completely not a prick in this scene, because he is
Yeah.
still a little bit of a prick.
And Albie's like, I have a confession to make.
What's that?
And did you drink that whiskey? And he was like, it's whiskey. I drank it. All
Yeah.
of it. And he's like,
Yeah.
I spiked it
What?
with mushrooms.
Why would you do that? He's like, I'm sorry, you were such a jerk. You
Yeah.
were really rude.
Like, this is odd. If someone's a jerk to you, you're not going to sneak into their room and put mushrooms in their whiskey flask.
That's pretty extreme.
Yeah. That's super dark, Albie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he was rude. He did burn him with a
Yeah.
spoon. Fucking assault.
I put LSD on your car handles.
I mean, I would have pissed in his fucking whiskey flask. That I would
Sure.
have done.
Sure.
I wouldn't have fucking put mushrooms in it, though. That is intense.
is everyone just joking on each other with mushrooms all the time?
mean-
because mushrooms are so
What a land
prevalent.
of plenty. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, what are we going to
They're
do
just-
with all these mushrooms?
like Jerry's just high on mushrooms, or the goats are all high on
Yeah.
mushrooms, and Albie's sneaking mushrooms into the fucking stew, or
Yeah, when Ohm tells the old man to stop telling the scary stories to the kids, the old man is like, sorry, I'm tripping balls right now. I don't even know what I'm saying.
I don't even know what to say right now. Have you had the stew?
That's right.
whole fucking city on fucking mushrooms continuously in this place.
Well, what is there to do around here?
Oh, mushrooms. Huh? Welcome to West Kark. There's like a mushroom on the fucking city sign.
Yeah. Welcome to West Kark. It'll change your fucking life, man.
Yeah. Do you like colors and music?
There are a couple of things on the second watch that I dig about it, because essentially this is the end of the movie, right? After we get this revelation, it will spur Ohm to write a better ending for his story, right?
Sure. His character's made that full arc. Now it's not a deplorable, mean downer of an ending.
The conquistador is not going to kill the boy. He's going to offer the bottle to the boy.
Say, smash my head instead. And the kid's like, no, and throws the bottle away.
Yeah. And then they embrace, and then the camera pans back, and you see that bottle sticking in the sand right next to the skull of a ram or something. Obviously something they could break it on, right?
Yeah.
So it ends on that hopeful note. But the second time I watched it, because the first time I'm like, wait, he was on mushrooms? But then Ohm immediately looks down at his wrists, which have the marks on them from the witch's shackles.
Sure. So what's real? What's not real? Does mushrooms just allow you to see the thing that's invisible that's able to harm you? Or does it open the portal to the other side and you're able to transfer through? I don't know, man.
I think these are up for interpretation in this movie. But the second time I was watching it, I got the feeling like all that stuff with his mother is all him being haunted, but not necessarily seeing it, right? And the mushrooms, there's therapy with psychedelics, right, that they do to help people get over trauma. So
microdosing.
In that way, there is a sort of arc of like doing this and having a catharsis and coming to grips with your trauma and forgiving yourself. And I like that arc. I don't think anything with the mother is happening. I don't think anything with that jackass children's TV character is actually happening. I think that's all part of his trip. There's even one part in there, right around that part where the jackass is talking to him on TV, where he looks in the hourglass and you see the conquistador and the little boy in the hourglass sand.
Yeah, that's right. He's definitely tripping balls.
He's definitely tripping during all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't think the mother's ghost, as we see it, is really there, or maybe it is there and he's just getting spooked by it, but it's more just a vehicle for him to find forgiveness with himself. The witch, on the other hand, I feel like, well, that did take Mal away.
Yeah.
It did drag him through those doors.
Unless that didn't really happen.
But he's got the marks on his wrist.
Yeah.
So that tells me that maybe
it just gets confusing and messy. Mal's not on mushrooms.
Mal is not.
Yeah.
Mal gets fucking dragged away in there. But the witch doesn't take Fiona. You would think if she was down there, why wouldn't she just take Fiona as well?
She just lets Fiona die of starvation. Here's some stew.
So yeah, I'm with you. I really, really enjoyed this movie. I think this movie's cool. I think it's got great tension, great dread, but there's too many loose ends. And the unanswered questions don't necessarily bother me, but the plethora of questions that are out there, I just think like maybe you could have trimmed something out of here. If it was the conquistadors bookending the story.
Yeah. It's not a terribly long movie, though. Maybe 140, 150.
Like, I'm serious. You could almost take everything with the witch out of this and still have a pretty solid horror movie. And then maybe it would just be all a mushroom trip, and maybe that might seem cheap, like, oh, it was just all a dream the whole time. But you fucking deliver tension like this, moments of dread, like Damien McCarthy does.
I'm okay with taking mushrooms with you and figuring it out.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's get Damien McCarthy and do mushrooms with him.
You think Tyler would be down for that?
100%. Tyler?
Tyler.
Mushroom us out.
Out. Are we still here?
I don't think I've gone home yet.
I don't know where my home is.
Tyler.
James Tyler Platten.
The head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
Well, that ends another episode of The Head, the Tail, the Whole Damn Thing with Mike D. McCarthy and James Knight, your industry professionals. I'm Tyler Patton, your announcer. Join us next time for Audition and Obsession. Oh, hey, fellas.
What? I'm hiding. Why are you hiding? I don't want him to see me. Why? Because you think he'll know you're high?
Are you guys all right?
I think he's talking to us. I don't think we're actually in the room.
I can see you both right now. Could you, are you guys all right? They seem like your pupils are a little large.
Close your eyes. He can't see you if you close your eyes. That's right. I put a blanket over my head and I was gone. Where'd you go? It smells like Downey. I like Downey.
Robert Downey?
Junior.